What is going on, everybody? This is Troy LaValle from the Glass Cannon Network. If you know who I am and who we are, well, then good for you. If you don't know who I am and who we are, well, then I'd love for you to check us out sometime at glasscannonpodcast.com. We currently produce 2 weekly podcasts. There's the Glass Cannon Podcast, playing through the Giant Slayer adventure path, and another show called Androids and Aliens, where we're making our way through the science fantasy Starfinder adventure path, Dead Suns. We also have a Patreon-exclusive Pathfinder Ruins of Aslant podcast that's available to all of our $5 and up Patreon subscribers, and we're soon to be launching an Emerald Spire Super Dungeon podcast on there as well. Lastly, we're in the middle of a U.S. tour right now where we're traveling the country playing the Pathfinder Strange Aeons adventure path in what we call Glass Cannon Live. And all the videos from those shows are available on our YouTube channel, so check that out too. We have a lot going on, and even more coming up in the future. I have a headache just thinking about it. But if you like what you hear today, please check out our other shows at glasscannonpodcast.com. Oh, and what are we listening to today? Well, this is part 1 of 3 of us here at the Glass Cannon Network playing Pathfinder Second Edition at PaizoCon 2019 with Paizo's publisher, Erik Mona, and it was GM'd by the director of game design at Paizo, Jason Bulmahn. We had an absolute blast trying out Second Edition for real all weekend long, and we hope you enjoy it as well.
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome to PaizoCon 2019, and welcome in particular.
Yeah!
Woo! And welcome in particular to part 1 of the Glass Cannon podcast featuring Erik Mona. Actual play.
The one and only.
Actual play demo of Pathfinder Second Edition. Today, we are going to be running through part 1 of this story. The story continues both tomorrow and Sunday here at PaizoCon, so we hope to see you all there. I am your host and resident torturer, Jason Bulmahn. I'm the director of game design at Paizo. And before we get going here, I'm going to walk down the row and let everybody introduce themselves, not their characters just yet, just themselves. We'll start down there at the end.
Grant, I think that's you.
Oh, Grant Berger. Grant Berger.
Grant
Hold on, I didn't get my mic check in. This is a weird setup. Hi, I'm Grant. How are you guys doing? Yeah!
Satisfactory.
I was totally zoned out looking up some things on my phone beforehand, Jason. So what did you kick it to me with?
I just kicked it down to you to introduce yourself.
You're done.
Oh, yeah. So this is basically it. I'm a hot mess all the time.
You actually already accomplished what I said for you to do.
Bottle cap.
I'm Erik Mona. I am the publisher and chief creative officer at Paizo. And,
Thank you for joining us.
thank you for having me.
I am Joe O'Brien, and I am very excited to see all of you guys. It's been a while, so good to see you guys.
I'm Troy LaValle, and I apologize, Jason, because this was my idea to do this.
Don't worry. I know.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew Capodicaza, and I apologize for nothing.
That is true. That is very true.
I am Skid Marr, and I apologize for Matthew Capodicaza.
All right. Well, I suppose we should probably get started. I want to welcome you all to part 1 of an adventure I have titled The Wedding of Ostog the Unslain.
Yes! Nice!
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
The crowd unleashes thunderous applause. There they are. As the final combatant falls in the semi-final round of the King's Games at the coronation of Ostog as one of the Linorm kings.
Oh, yeah.
The storied barbarian recently returned from the far frozen north in the lands of the Linorm king, dragging behind him the severed head of a Linorm. Proof that he had the majesty, the skill, the power to claim a throne in the Linorm kings. Not surprisingly, he found himself with one of the smallest kingdoms on the southern border of the lands of the Linorm kings. But it is a joyous celebration nonetheless. Heroes from all around Galarian have traveled to the Linorm kings, land of the Linorm kings, to celebrate his coronation with a week of drinking, festivals, and most importantly, games. The games carry with them a large champion's purse, and groups of adventurers from all around have come to compete to claim this prize. The competition has been going for several days now. It's very bloody, very deadly, and there is but one group remaining, and they are now being ushered into the arena. And at this point in time, you are all walking into the arena to face the final bout. Should you prove victorious, you will claim the champion's purse. So at this point in time, I'd like everybody to go down and introduce themselves as they walk into the arena to the cheering throngs of incredibly drunk Northmen.
Thank you, Northmen. I appreciate your applause. My name is Nero Goodfence, Slayer of Blood Wasp, the Gambler. I always roll high and everyone resents me for it.
Stepping on to the...
Wait, are we talking about class or anything like that now? Or
Yeah,
Just
Jason,
names? You want some more info?
revelatory would you like us to get?
Up to you. Yeah, why don't you give a little bit about what you're playing, just so everybody has an idea of what madness to expect out of you?
I have just gotten my driver's license in this new set of game rules, and Jason gave me a Ferrari called a Sorcerer. So a lot of spontaneous spell casting, a lot of crazy stuff will come out of this guy. We'll see it in battle.
I would. The thing you should probably mention is your ancestry, your background, and your class. Those are the three things that build most Pathfinder Second Edition characters.
Absolutely. I'm a gutsy halfling with a gambling background. Gutsy.
And you're a sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Yeah. All
I
right.
already said.
And your name was Nero, right?
Nero Goodfence.
I don't have any of their names. I just handed them characters with blank spots, so I have to write these down. Eric, over to you.
Stepping onto the field of battle behind the formidable Nero Goodfence is a very well-dressed, very well-apportioned human man in the earliest stages of middle age. He is wearing beautiful, fine white gloves that go all the way up to his elbow. He's wearing a tiara upon his brow, which sort of sets up like a ring that almost acts like a base for the shock of white, like, composer hair that he has. He's got a ruff on his chest. He's got ruffles on the sides of his wrists.
Just what you need in an arena fight.
And
Yeah.
his outfit looks impeccable. It is not dirty at all, and it is quite stylish. And he comes out and opens his mouth, and he says, "Good people of the Linorm Kings, I bring you the cultural wealth of the Southlands so that you simpletons may live an honorable life under your new and presumably just king. I give you the blessings of Abadar, for I am Arconith Thaverith."
Jesus. All right. This may have been a mistake.
I GM'd for this character. It's exhausting.
Yeah, all right. I'm tired already.
I mean, I could be tiny murder clown if you.
That's fine. Yeah. And what are you, Eric?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 41 years old, about 196
No, your
pounds.
ancestry, your background in class.
Oh, I'm human. I'm a noble. The
Of course you are.
third son of my father. I'm the second assistant of the third social director of Absalom's Temple of Abaddon.
So
Would you like to know more?
So a cleric.
Oh, yes, a cleric.
Oh, good.
Very much so.
Anybody got any vodka for this? All right, next.
Yes.
Next, you see walk into the arena a human man garbed in the traditional clothing of the Northmen. He's a Northman himself. Heavy furs, a battle axe comes up from off of his back. He holds a longbow in his hand, and he has the steely-eyed look of a human bounty hunter ranger. He is basically has made a career hunting down criminals that have disappeared into the wild from cities, and he tracks them, finds them, and captures them, hopefully alive, sometimes dead. It happens. But he says nothing. He just keeps it very serious and somber. And I couldn't figure out what bird of prey to name him after, because there had to be something of that nature. So I named him Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Joe, that might be the best character name you've ever created.
That's about
a high
15
bar.
minutes ago.
I hate all of you so much.
Just wait. Out walks this rather regal-looking half-orc, but he doesn't carry himself like a half-orc. He carries himself like a noble, because unlike most half-orcs, he was raised in nobility. He has full plate with the crest of Sarenrae emblazoned on the front. He has a shield that's shaped like a lion's head, and if you look closely, it almost looks like the lion is moving on it, like biting and pulling back. He's got a bastard sword in his hand. He's played by James Marsden.
Oh,
Nice.
And he says, "Hello, it is I, Chase Cunningham. And I'm a paladin." That's all he says.
You're a champion.
I'm a champion. I am your champion, Chase Cunningham.
So for those of you who might not be up on Second Edition, we changed the name of the Paladin class to Champion and made it so that it worked for all good alignments. You are not a lawful good champion, though. That means that you are not actually a Paladin, but you are instead
A liberator.
a chaotic good liberator. Mm-hmm. All right.
I am committed to defending the freedom of others,
That's... Yeah,
according to this sheet. And because of that, I get lay on hands.
I'm pretty sure you worked in the Reagan administration.
Chase Cunningham.
God.
Following the resplendent Mr. Cunningham.
Call me Chase.
Okay. I'll work on that. A rather meek-looking dwarf steps out behind them, carrying a great pick. And she says, hello, Northman. My name is Pima Shale Slider. And thank you. It's Pima Shale Slider, Pima. Thanks. And I hope you're all drinking responsibly. Do you think they're drinking responsibly?
For the record, they are not.
Okay. Well,
There are currently two people dumping giant horns of ale into each other's mouth until they throw up, like right in front of you.
okay, well, as long as it's consensual.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And finally, up on the stage strides a lithe, tall, blonde elf elfin man, wearing a fine but athletic blue velvet kind of tunic with silver thread filigree of a tree on it. And he strides forward and says, "Surely you all know me. By reputation, if not by personal experience. But for those of you who may have been living under a rock on Akiton for the last century or so, I am Ecthelion, son of Aegnon, known as Ecthelion Orphan Puncher."
So, to be clear, about half the audience just spit out their beer and looks angry.
Are there any orphans in the audience here today?
You're pretty sure they're all orphan.
He has an unexplained, vengeful grudge against all orphans. It's a mystery, but he's like a reverse Batman.
Oh, you said orphans.
Orphans, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said ulfin.
No.
Oh, all right. Sorry,
Orphans.
I misheard that. No,
Orphans don't deserve any of my rage.
they're not all orphans. All right, let me
Yes.
take that back.
Okay.
It's a really weird orphan-only tournament. I don't. Yeah.
This is going to be a very dark backstory
Yeah,
to this
I know.
crowd.
He's going to hate 90% of Pathfinder PCs.
I know. It's getting real grim. All right. So, your team is announced by the announcer, but what does the announcer call out? Do you guys have a name for me, or are we going with my default?
No, let's go with your default.
All right. So the announcer comes out and shouts, "King Ostog, I present to you the final bout, the Thunder Company." And the crowd goes wild, and they all start chanting and cheering.
Thank you. Our backup name was Bananas Foster.
Yeah.
That's all we had.
I'm glad we went with mine. All right.
Give it up for Bananas Foster.
People are like, we don't got time for that. So Ostog stands up, and he's a little wavery. He clearly has not been enjoying responsibly. And he's got this huge, giant, mammoth tusk that's been hollowed out into a drinking horn. And he takes this deep swig from it, spilling beer down him. His crown is on half sideways, and he's like, "Get on with the killing!" And directly above him, by the way, mounted above his viewing box, is the head of this Lenorm. It is this gigantic dragon head that he apparently cut off and dragged all the way back. There's swarms of flies around it now. It's been 7 days now that it's been sitting up there, stinking up the place. But the crowd seems to love it. Everybody's gone wild. In its jaw is the prize, by the way, which is a diamond the size of your fist, which has to be worth 10,000 gold. It's a ridiculous prize, and that's the prize for winning. So as he calls this out, directly across from you, a gate suddenly starts clinking up. Ching, 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 ching. And you can see people above raising it. You guys are the only ones in the arena. There is no one else in this arena but the six of you. Yes.
Just a quick question of procedure. Is King Ostog, is he wearing armor by any chance? He's not wearing armor.
Of course he's not wearing armor. Why would he wear armor? He is well regarded and well known for not wearing armor.
I'd like to ask a question of the audience. Does everyone realize that this is my old Pathfinder character? Hey! Truly, he deserves what he's getting.
So I should note that his box is filled with his old friends. So his sorceress companion is there, who is purported to be his closest advisor. This is my old character. His paladin friend from the south is there, who was played by Tim. This was an old Office game that we ran, and that's what these characters are. But
A little bit of context.
just so everybody knows, what I'm about to do. All right. So it's fine. Don't fire me. All right. So the gate clinks open, and out of the darkness, this beast comes charging out, tearing up the dirt in big clods that just go flying left and right. This thing looks like a giant crocodile, but it's about 20 feet long and is covered in thorns and spines. Its tail is about 20 feet long and is also just covered in like barbed blades. You have no idea what this thing is, but they have crazy, crazy monsters up here in the north. And this thing is charging right down on you. So we're going to jump right into combat.
I am excited.
Okay.
So here's how we're going to do this. Everybody needs to roll me initiative, but you'll notice there is no initiative score. So instead you're going to roll your perception bonus. So go ahead and do that, and hold on to the numbers, and I'll get them all in an order here in just half a second.
Whoa. Yeah. These are high numbers.
Yeah. That Hawk, Raven, Eagle Crow.
All right. So everybody's got pretty high perception. By the way, these are like, just so everybody knows, these are like 7th level characters, so they have some stats and abilities. So, who has above 30?
31.
Ooh. Anybody else? Just Pima. All right.
That's Pima.
Who's got above 25?
I've got a 30.
28.
You got a 30?
30.
Oh, you got a 30?
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
Somebody have a 28?
28 for Chase.
28 for Nero.
Oh.
Which one of you wants to go first?
I'll go.
Figures.
I knew that was going to happen. All right. So let's see. Who do I got left? 2 of you.
23.
23?
For Hawk, Raven, Eagle Crow.
Yeah. I'm going to
what's your
start calling you HREC.
Just call me Hawk.
I'm going to call you HREC. Hawk, Raven, Eagle. Yeah, all right, that place.
Ecthelian Orphan Puncher is an 18. And he's a monk, by the way. I didn't ever say that.
An 18.
Yeah.
So he punches orphans real hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just waits. He waits till the end of combat after all the remaining creatures have been orphaned. And then he goes in for the kill.
Smart. Just smart. It's just
You don't have any preference for like age of orphans, right? You don't discriminate.
Doesn't matter.
It's fine. By the way, the moment this thing starts charging across the ground, the arena crowd starts chanting, Cruuth, 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 Cruuth. Apparently, it's called Cruuth. All right, and it goes first. It goes charging across the battlefield. With its first move, it's going to charge up to... let's see. Hawk Raven. It comes charging straight up at you.
Oh, no.
I have a bow, man.
Oh! Good. And it's going to attempt to bite you. Armor class 29.
Hits.
All right.
Is there any change to armor class if I haven't acted yet?
No.
Okay.
All characters now, you will notice, just have one armor class noted. We got rid of touch and flat-footed. Flat-footed is now a condition, and touch is handled differently, so you don't have to worry about it.
And you're not flat-footed if you haven't acted yet?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, your AC is your AC is your AC. It's a lot easier now instead of being like, which AC was that? Maybe I hit. I don't know. All right, so the Cruuth runs up and bites you. Let's do some damage.
Oh.
Let's forget that die.
Is that 2d12?
Yeah. I rolled 2 9s. That's good. Take 27 points of damage.
Oh, man.
I need a calculator.
Welcome to Second Edition. Wow. I will then spend my third action while its jaws are on you to, as it, lets go, it rips its head to the side, leaving one of its teeth in you.
what?
Effect. The Cruuth snaps off one of its teeth in the creature it hit. The creature takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage and is drained 1.
Oh.
Does the creature seem to have a lot of teeth?
It is made of teeth.
It's a really good question.
It does not look like it has a limited number of teeth. No.
Just checking.
Yeah. All right. That was all 3 of my actions. So now we're going to go to Pima.
That's Pima.
Yeah. So remember, now it's your turn, so you get to take 3 actions. Things like moving, drawing a weapon, making an attack, all take 1 action. Casting spells, generally speaking, takes 2 of your actions. So,
how far away am I from the Cruuth?
You're 1 move away.
Okay, I will draw my great pick.
All right.
First action, stride up to the Cruuth.
Yes.
And swing with the great pick.
Great.
That's going to be a 21.
21 does not hit.
Okay.
Your great pick hits its armored leathery hide and just kind of scrapes off it. It snarls at you with just a mouthful full of fangs.
I'm sorry.
All right, Pima, that was all 3 of your actions. So next we're going to go to let me make sure I got this right. Arconith? Arconith.
A
Yeah.
R.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no.
O
the Cruuth can't spell.
N I F. Well, this Cruuth is quite dangerous. I see my good friend Hawkraven Eaglecrow, quite a lot of his guts. Yeah. And I'd say, nope. And I cast Sanctuary. I cast Sanctuary. I call upon the grace of Abadar, and that is 2 actions, and that, is somewhat familiar. They'll need to make a will save if he wants to attack me. And then...
Oh, you cast it on yourself.
Oh, yes!
I was literally like, all right, let me note this on my character sheet. No.
No.
I thought we were getting some altruism here. Of course not.
Then
No.
I look at that Cruuth. Does he still look dangerous?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I use my 3rd action to drink my elixir of mist form elixir.
You're just going to missed out.
And I say, no. And
I also hail a taxi.
yes. A faint mist emanates from my skin, making me concealed for the listed duration, which is 3 rounds. 3 rounds.
I'm really glad I didn't give you like a scroll of teleport.
I would have used it. Oh, the view is better from up here, King Ostog. Anyway, no, I'm done. I just cross my arms.
Yeah, take that. All right, Chase.
How far away am I from?
You are 1 move away.
1 move away.
Yeah, we're not going to play with a battle map here. None of you could see it, and the folks at home couldn't see it either. So we're just going to do this theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Yes, in my mind, he was right next to it, but that's cool. He will first action move right up to it.
Yeah, and by the way, you can easily move into a position that is flanking with Hawkraven, Eaglecrow, or Pimmy.
Ooh, I will flank with Pima.
Pima.
And does that give me a +2, like old school?
No,
flanking?
what'll happen is it gains the flat-footed condition.
Okay,
so
great.
That reduces its AC. It's on my side of the screen. Don't worry.
So as I step into flanking position with Pima, I will raise my bastard sword, my +1 striking bastard sword. And
What's
strike
that
down.
do?
Oh, it does a lot of damage.
So the striking rune means that you deal 2 dice of damage instead of 1.
Beautiful.
That's what that rune does. In the playtest, every plus gave you an extra die, but we found that was way too many dice for most people to want to roll 3 times around. So we rebalance things.
Great. And, let's see if I hit first. It's Cunningham time. Ooh, 26 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice.
There you go, Chase. So I rolled 2d8, right? And that's garbage. But do I add my strength and my weapon special
Yes.
bonus?
Yeah.
All right. So that total is going to be 6 and 12 points of damage.
12.
Okay.
All right.
And with my final action, I will activate my lion shield. I had made a mention to that it looked like the lion's head on it was alive. So I'll activate it. As I raise it, the maw of the lion will bite out at the Cruuth.
Yep.
So let's see here. Poop. 20.
Now remember, each attack after the first that you make in a round will start taking a penalty. That penalty is generally 5, unless the weapon is agile, in which case it's 4. But
15.
I think that's going to take that down to a 15, which is going to be
15.
Quite the miss.
Well, it was
All right.
exciting.
Yeah, the lion's head bites out at the Cruuth, but it can't even get close to penetrating its hide armor. All right, that is Chase. Nero
Goodfence, who is played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, playing a young Bruce Willis from the movie Looper.
With some weird nose makeup.
Yeah, some weird looking makeup and some lip stuff. It doesn't work.
Is he doing the stare? Does he have like the Bruce Willis stare? thing
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Okay.
And then you see flames sprout from his eyebrows and from his robes, and he spends 2 actions, a somatic and a verbal, to cast one of his signature spells, Fireball, immediately behind the Cruuth. So I believe the Cruuth would get a reflex save.
You are correct. Let me go ahead and roll that. Okay, I'm here. 31.
Yeah, I think that passes my
Is it more than 10? Above.
I think it's...
What's the DC on your spell? It should be on your spell sheet.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Not
Okay.
a critical success.
Yeah.
So
go ahead and roll damage. I'll take half.
that was 8d6 for those counting at home. 11, 14.
Wow.
30, so 15 points of fire damage.
You will take 15 points of fire damage.
And may I spend another action, my third and final action,
Yes.
to do a knowledge check, maybe knowledge nature on this creature?
Yeah, you could try that. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you're taking what's called a seek action. You're seeking knowledge. You're kind of thinking about what this thing does.
18.
18. 18 doesn't get you too much. You do know that it is indeed a Cruuth. Its tooth is poisoned, and you know that removing them is very delicate and dangerous work.
Oh, boy.
Sorry,
but
Joe.
until it's removed, you cannot stop the bleeding.
Oh, boy.
I've got my gloves.
And that's Nero's turn.
Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Hawkraven. Okay, so do I take the bleed now at the start of the
No,
turn?
you will take the bleed at the end of the turn.
And is it an action to try to remove the tooth?
Yes, that would be a medicine check.
You don't bother yourself.
And is it like a static DC, or is it depend on the GM? Does
I
it
know what
depend
the
per
DC
creature?
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Is it a static DC in that can you know it?
I just mean, is it the same across all creatures?
No.
Like to do something
No.
specific
This
to the
is
creature?
special. Yeah.
Okay.
Cruuth is one of the new monsters in the bestiary.
All right. So yeah, to start, I'm going to do my own nature check
Yeah.
just to see if there's. Oh wait, that's an action.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do. I'm going to look this thing over while I'm really close to it. It really dealt a significant blow, so he's going to narrow his eyes and look over it to see where its weak points are, and I'm going to hunt prey.
All right.
So that's the first action I'm going to do.
All right.
And then I'm going to get away from it.
Okay.
So how does that work? Like, is there a
you
way
just- you
to
just
not
move away.
provoke, or
Well, so you have one of two options.
Okay.
You can take a stride, which allows you to move a good distance away.
Yeah.
Whatever your speed is.
Yeah.
Or you can take a step. If you step, you only move 5 feet, but you won't provoke any reactions from it. Now, mind you, it may or may not even have the ability to take attack of opportunity. You don't know. Not all creatures do anymore.
Got it? Okay. So I am going to take a step,
Okay.
and then I'm going to move 30 feet.
Okay,
away.
so you're going to step and then stride.
Yeah, so I'll
right.
end up roughly 35 feet from the creature. And that's my turn. And he's going
Okay.
to eye this thing up for next round.
So you step, which makes you 5 feet away.
Oh, dear.
And then you stride, which allows you to move further away. However, it does have attack of opportunity, and its tail has reach.
All right, then 2 strides.
Too late for that. I'm slashing at you with the tail. Let's see if I get
Okay.
you. I do. Armor class 38.
It's a crit.
Is that over your AC by 10?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
oh my.
Jesus.
He critically hits you for 38 points of damage.
Whoa.
Oh, you should have had that sanctuary.
I'd like to do a reaction when he hits that, if I can.
Laugh.
Are you allowed to do one reaction per round?
Yeah, you get one reaction between the start of your round and the start of your next round.
Oh, hold on a second. I got to take bleed, right?
Yeah, but his reaction's actually going to come before that.
Yeah, hold on. You can still take your bleed after this. So this is called, and tell me if I can use this, liberating step.
Yes.
So you free an ally from restraint. If the trigger was an ally taking damage, the ally gains resistant to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. So
Yeah,
he would get
so he
9
takes
hit
9
points.
less damage.
All right, so I'll do that. You take
Yeah.
9 less damage, and if they can move, they can step as a free action. So can you do that?
Yes.
All right, so then
so it allows him to get even further away.
Great.
So liberating step, what it does is you can also trigger that when people grab them,
Right.
Which allows your allies to escape grapples. When you've got a liberator paladin around you, you can get out of grapples real easy. However, you weren't being grappled. You were just, the tail just stabbed you in the neck.
Yes.
So it's
Perfect shot.
It's fine. It's fine. But you do take 9 less damage, and then you get to take a d6 bleed. Let's see what that is. Take 4.
Okay.
As that tooth, which is still like stuck in your bicep, the blood is just like squirting out like a fountain. All right. That was Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. Next up, Ecthelion, Puncher of Orphans.
How far away is Ecthelion?
You're pretty sure this creature is an orphan. But
Oh, yeah. See, I was about to ask. How far away am I?
you are 1 move away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I assumed you guys were kind of in a loose cloud in the middle of the area.
Yeah. Ecthelion shouts out, says, "Come now, gentle folk, 'tis only a common northern spiny dial. Pull yourself together, Ravenclaw." And he goes forward. And then he's going to I want to do Flurry of Blows.
Yes.
So is that -5 to each?
No, so the way that works is for one action, you get to take 2 strikes.
Right.
You can only do it once per round, and they take penalties as normal. So the first one's fine at the
Okay.
listed bonus.
Second
Then
one's
each one
-5?
after that is going to be -4, then -8.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It caps at 8, and all of your weapons are fists are agile, so they only take a -4, not
Okay.
-5.
So first attack is a 29 to hit.
Hit.
Okay.
You punch the lizard.
7 points of damage. And then, and then my second attack is a 21.
Miss.
Okay.
So you've moved. You did your flurry of blows. You still have 1 action left.
Yep. And so I'm going to do another single
punch?
fist attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 31.
31 will hit.
Nice.
And 10 points of damage.
10. There we go. You start punching the lizard. All right. Top of the. I mean, in front of the whole crowd. Speaking of which, the crowd continues to chant, "Cruuth, Cruuth, Cruuth."
It's just rude.
And speaking of which, it is now the Cruuth's turn. And it is going to turn its attention to the monk who just punched it a bunch. And it's going to attempt to bite you with its jaws. Here we go.
Oh, crap.
Armor class 38.
That is a crit.
Oh, no.
My dice are on fire today.
Good.
All right.
Good. He goes.
Looks like we're going to get to see the death and dying rules soon. Make the kids at home happy. Let's see. That's 42 points of damage.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Ah!
I could really feel it, Skid. I could feel that damage.
It spends an action to embed a tooth in you. Ooh. The tooth from the Cruuth.
How uncouth.
Yeah, how? And then with its third and final action, it's going to slash at you with a claw. 26.
That's a hit.
20.
Oh my. Okay.
Give yourself 9 back because it's a new round. I can use my reaction.
You
again.
haven't gone yet.
Oh, you have to wait
not
till it comes
until
back?
your turn.
Don't give yourself.
Yeah, no,
9
you
back.
don't. Yeah, no. All right.
Don't do that.
The Cruuth is tearing into people. Blood is starting to soak on the arena. The crowd is loving it. They're ordering more ale. They're drinking irresponsibly as you are dying.
These bloodthirsty animals.
Meanwhile, that gem up there still glitters. Yes. That's your prize. All you have to
10
do is kill
Gs.
this.
Now, is this second edition 10 Gs?
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
100 Gs?
Yeah.
In old
Because
school
we
parlance.
basically shifted the coinage by about
Yeah.
10. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's see. That was the Cruuth's turn. Pima.
After seeing the cleric of Abadar go misty, and her friend H-Rek get really taken getting a bite taken out of him.
He got
then-
H-wrecked.
He got H-wrecked. And then even the orphan puncher. So she'll rage.
All right.
It's kind of a stage whisperer rage.
Well, I didn't want to peek the microphone. And they're very far away. They're up in the stands.
Yeah.
I'm really going for realism. here.
That's what they hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 29 to hit.
A 29 will most certainly hit. Go ahead. Give me some damage.
There you go, Pima.
Get it. Boom.
So that's going to be 16 points of damage.
There we go.
And then third action, she'll strike again. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
I'm going to give you the flank because somebody was flanking with you.
Oh, yeah, 27 to
yeah,
hit.
so I got that on mine.
Chase.
Don't worry about it. But yeah,
Chase.
that's going to hit.
Chase Cunningham.
That will be 15 points of damage. And I'm going to give myself some temporary hit points.
Yeah, indeed.
Because I feel like I'm going to need them.
Yeah, you might. So your pick slams into this thing twice, leaving 2 gaping wounds that are just oozing this deep red blood. The Cruuth kind of howls in pain, but it is still up and fighting. Arconith.
Ooh, shall we say I'm still standing directly next to Joe's character? Or will I have to move to get to him at this stage?
Well, Joe
moved
retreated.
previous
Would
round,
Joe retreat towards the cleric because you weren't near the Cruuth?
Think of it as coming toward the grace of Abaddon.
Yes.
Well,
Coin in hand.
running at you.
Please, take my money.
I don't want to waste an action. Just drop it. Just drop it.
It's the first fight. I'll cut you some slack. Sure, you ran at him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am going to use... one quick question.
Yes.
Am I fairly reasonably certain that a magical healing will stop that bleed effect?
You think it might, except for the fact that the tooth is still in him, and as long as that's in there, that's not gonna stop.
Well, shoot. And we think it'll be a medicine check to yank that tooth?
Yeah. All you have to do is reach out and touch the grimy, blood-covered tooth.
Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to gingerly take my fingers in my white gloves.
Pull the white glove off.
And I'm not going to pull the glove off. Good. And I'm going to just delicately just jab my fingers into his arm.
It's wholly unnecessary.
Make me a medicine check, please.
Oh, good. I was afraid you were going to say, make me a reflex save.
No.
All right.
No, that's only if you want to avoid getting covered in blood.
The blood evaporates off my magic gloves. I don't care at all. I got a 23.
So you're...
Don't stop spinning!
Just stop it.
No, you're now just being spattered with blood as you're yanking at this. It's just getting all over. There's like some on your face. Yeah. That was one action.
I know. Is it an action to do one of these, like with your arm, where you're like,
I'll give that to you for free.
Okay, good. I wipe the blood off my cheek because that's unseemly. How many actions is treat wounds?
Treat wounds is so treat wounds unless you have battle medic
Which I
isn't
do.
something you can't do in
I have
combat.
battle medic.
You do have battle
I'm on
medic, which
Code of
means
Severus.
you can use it once per day on that individual,
Yep.
and it only takes one action. You
Okay.
basically get out your healer's kit
Okay.
and slap
Well,
them
then
with.
I'm not yet going to do that. I'm going to try to take that tooth out again with my second action.
All right.
Second time's the charm. Damn it, damn it, damn it. And now I'm just like going to try and treat his wounds because
You might as well give him some hit points
Exactly.
back, right? All right.
Exactly.
So what is your what's your skill level with treat wounds or medicine?
Unfortunately, it's only trained.
You're only trained. All right. So you can do the DC 15 version.
I beat it. I
You
did
beat
not
it?
critically beat it.
You
but
did
I
not
beat
critically
yeah.
beat it. Okay. So go ahead and roll 2d8. That's how much healing he gets.
All right.
Say your prayers to Abadar, Birdman. 11 hit points.
Beautiful, thank you.
Yes, well, the tooth is still in. Couldn't do anything. It's impacted. So sorry. I just like fade less than 5 feet away.
Chase.
So his sort of fighting style, he's very showy. He's kind of showing off for the crowd. So he's whipping his sword around, raising that shield, and making a big deal out of it. You may be quite the match for some of my allies, but you're no match for Chase Cunningham. And he swings down with his sword. 28 to hit?
28 will hit.
28 will hit. All right, here we go. A little bit better. 9 plus 4, 13, 15 points of damage.
It is starting to look pretty beat up, but it's still fighting.
Looking pretty beat up, huh?
Still fighting.
Does Chase see that he looks a little beat up?
Well, it is covered in a number of wounds, and it's kind of scorched on one side from the fireball, and but it's still being pretty feisty. You don't think it's on the edge of death?
Let me ask you this. What kind of action would it be to drop my shield and grab my bastard sword in two hands?
That would be one action.
So not no actions.
Yeah, correct. Not no action.
More than none.
Precisely one more than none.
How about half an action? And then we'll work out
Yes,
what the other
but there
half
is nothing you can do with the other half in action, so sure.
Okay, awesome. Got it. All right.
So with
Master
my first
negotiator,
half
trade Troy Valley.
Game designer.
action, I'll take it. All right, so he drops the shield, and as he does, grabs the bastard sword in two hands and swings down at the creature at a -5, right?
Yep.
That's still going to be a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah.
Now it's going to do 2d12 plus 6 points of damage.
There you go.
I didn't even bring 2d12, so I'm just going to have to roll this one twice. 8 and 3, so 11 plus 17 points of damage.
It's taken 107.
And with my final half action, I spit on it. I don't know. That's a half action.
Sure.
Chase Cunningham.
Your spit is ineffective. All right, next. Nero.
The creature is currently flanked, but with 25 feet of movement with a stride, is there a way I could position myself in a way to where I could hit one side of it and not affect either of my combatants?
You mean with
friends.
another area of effect spell?
No, with a line spell.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
great. So
no.
I'm going to spend one action to stride into position,
Yeah.
and then cast another signature spell, Hydraulic Push, against it.
Ooh.
Which has both the benefit of having an attack roll with my spell attack roll, and if it hits, it'll really knock this guy back a little bit further. So it'll have to waste an action moving towards us to attack.
Nice.
Oh boy, 20.
Yeah, your water. You spray it with water, and it kind of frolics a bit, and like you wash off a bunch of the blood, but it doesn't really.
I think it likes it. Maybe we can make it our pet.
Does that do half damage on a miss, or is it just none?
It does half.
Right.
No. There's just critical success and success listed for.
All right,
Hydraulic
yeah.
Push.
So that means on a fail, it does nothing. All right.
Yeah.
I already spit on it. You should have known that water wouldn't hurt it.
You have determined that it is not allergic to water. All right. In fact, it's an amphibious swamp creature. All right.
But the pushing, it would have been pushed. And it would have been comfortable.
Yeah. And very damp.
Yeah.
All right.
And clean.
Yeah. No, it's all of that is true if it had worked. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Oh, man.
Your arm
I
is
wanna
still
play the
just
game.
squirting blood.
I'm working on it.
He lifts up his arm, and this tooth is sticking out of it, bleeding out. But he's going to try to shoot this thing through the pain. He pulls up his +1 striking composite longbow.
Yep.
Aims at this thing, and he's going to do hunted shot.
All right.
So as one action, fire twice.
Great.
And it's -5 on the second one, or is
Yes.
it 4 on a longbow?
Yeah.
What is -4? Like light weapons in your hands?
It's
and stuff?
weapons that are listed as agile.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Usually it's like light offhanded weapons like daggers and short swords and stuff.
got it. All right. So first shot.
Is this your first attack roll since we've started playing?
Yeah, this is my first attack roll in.
Can't wait to see what you get.
Come on.
Shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
God damn it!
And people were afraid Second Edition was going to change too much.
Nope, still the same old shit. 22, I assume, is a miss.
22 does not hit. No.
Twang off the hide, and then my second shot, natural 2.
The die does have numbers in the teens on one side. Right?
Seeing that his aim is off, clearly it's from this tooth. He's like, the pain is like putting him just off target, so he's going to reach down and try ripping it out.
All right.
It's very delicate.
Medicine check, please.
There we go, baby. 32.
Oh, you have it.
All right. You pull the tooth out.
Yes.
Now, what this does is it means now if anyone heals you, the bleeding will stop. But no one has healed you. So
Right.
here comes the bleeding.
Yes.
Take 4 points of damage.
You take 4 points of damage.
Now, with persistent damage, you do get a flat check at the end of your round to see if it ends naturally, because sometimes it just does.
Yeah.
So go ahead, and now that the tooth is out, you can make this check. Go ahead and bounce me a D20. You are looking for a 15 or higher.
14.
A real slap in the face.
For a minute
It's
there,
like one of those ones you-
for a minute there, the blood slows down, and you're like, and then
That blister almost formed.
speaking of someone else with a tooth stuck in them, Ecthelion.
Yes. So do I take the bleed first?
You'll take the bleed at the end of the turn.
Okay. So, yeah, he is very badly hurt. And in fact, with the bleed, like, he could just die. And if he tries to get away, like an attack of opportunity could do him in any way. So he's just going to stick in and try to end this now.
Yeah, all right.
So he's clutching at the thorns, the tooth stuck in him. He says, well met, Thornydile. You fight with the ferocity of an orphan. But hear me now. I shall pummel you into the land of spirits where your parents reside.
A single tear rolls down its cheek.
It is now saddened 1.
It may just be the water, but it's fine.
That is a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa. That is 11 points of damage. This is flurry of blows, by the way.
Yep.
Second attack. Oh! That is a 27 to hit.
Hit.
9 more points of damage. Oh, and I have Stunning Fist.
Oh, you have hit me twice. Oh.
So when I target the same creature with 2 strikes from Flurry of Blows, I can try to stun the creature. If either strike hits and deals damage, the target must succeed at a Fortitude save against my class DC or be stunned 1 or stunned 3 and a critical failure.
All right, so your class DC is located directly beneath your ability scores? You see that on the sheet
It
there?
is 23.
23. This is a fort save?
Yes.
All right. No, I'm going to make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The tenacity of an orphan.
All right, so that was only one action for you.
Right.
Because Flurry of Blows gives
Right.
you 2 attacks.
So I do a second attack at minus. So is it -5 or -4
It's
with
going
the
to be
agile?
minus. Your second attack was at a -4. Your third attack will be at a -8.
Okay, so with Flurry of Blows, this counts
Yeah.
as my third attack.
Yep.
Okay. Ugh. That is a 21.
Miss.
Okay.
Not by much though.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time.
It stays at -8. It doesn't
Okay,
get worse
all right,
than
I'll try
-8.
it one more time.
Miss again.
All right. So you're trying to punch left and right, and you're not really having too much of effect on the Cruuth. At the end of your turn, the tooth bleeds on. Take 2.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Still alive.
And the Cruuth, having been spit upon
And showered.
turns its attention to Chase, because I want to make sure everyone is bleeding to death from a tooth, and it attempts to bite you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the crowd still continues to chant, Cruuth, 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 Cruuth.
I mean, it's just not nice.
Here comes the bite. Oh, man, this die hates all of you. 38.
Exactly 10 above my AC.
Oh, exactly 10.
Exactly 10.
That is 2 18s in a row with this die.
Woo.
44.
Wow. Can I use liberating step on myself?
No.
No.
And it's going to spend its second action to embed a tooth in you. And then it's going to spend its third action to attack you with its claw. Because it's agile, and I don't want to take as big of a penalty.
So that's a -4 to the second attack?
Yeah.
It's agile?
Yeah.
The old agile claw.
So it's going to be a 27.
27 is a miss.
Ooh.
There you go. AC 28. Oh, boy.
Damn it. All right. That
take
was
that bleed now, or I take
it'll not be. It won't be until your turn. Pima.
Yeah.
32 to hit.
Hit.
17 points of damage.
It looks incredibly badly hurt.
Finish it, Pima.
23.
Miss.
Oh, no.
Third attack. 26.
Yeah! Is that with the penalty for the third attack being at a -10?
-8? Or
Your weapon is an agile.
Oh, so that would be a 24, but I am flanking.
Hit.
Yeah.
27 points of damage.
The Cruuth is about to jump on Chase and just thrash you when this pick comes out of nowhere and goes through the top of its head, and you can see it in its mouth go through the bottom of its jaw, and it just goes... and it falls over in the crowd, which was chanting, Cruuth, 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 goes... Aww.
Somebody get one of the teeth out of its mouth as a souvenir of our victory.
I think you've got plenty of those floating around the crew.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, we're out of combat at this point in time, so we'll drop out of initiative. Those of you with teeth in you, you can pull those out. I'm not too worried about it. We won't belabor the point and make you make a bunch of medicine checks just to pull them out. And none of you are right on the verge of death, are you? No? All right, great. All right, so you pull out the teeth. You take a little bit more bleed damage. The crowd gets much subdued as the Cruuth has been killed. Previous bouts did feature people dying. That is, it's not a good coronation in the lands of the Lenorm Kings unless at least half a dozen people die. So the crowd goes silent as they expect Ostog to speak. He's in the middle of drinking, and as your victory becomes apparent, a hush kind of goes over the crowd. But then quite suddenly there's like a and a and a hey. And you start hearing weird noises from all around in the crowd. There's something strange happening up in the stands. Ostog stands up and is all hail the champions, the Thunder Company. And there's a roar of applause, but it's oddly muted as people keep kind of going ooh, and you see people kind of hopping out of their chairs and stuff. And can I get all of you to give me a perception check?
Come on, Hawk Raven. You got this.
How's the Hawk Raven's perception?
Good. It's got the eyes of a hawk raven. It's 31.
31. That is very good.
21.
Anybody beating a 31?
No.
At 30.
All right.
23.
Yeah. I figured Hawk Raven might nail this one. You see these tiny little figures moving around in the crowd. Some of them have red caps on. Some of them have little pickaxes.
No.
And they're just they're running all through the audience.
We've got red caps.
As Ostog is declaring you victorious, this shimmering form comes into view, hovering above the arena. And the crowd just goes, they all just kind of go silent as this incredibly beautiful woman appears. She looks like she has many of the features of an elf, but she's clearly not elven. She doesn't have the same sort of eyes, but she does have long pointed ears. She's wearing flowing robes, and she just kind of floats, and Ostog screams, "What's this?" And she just kind of floats to above the area and caresses the cheek of the Linorm's severed head.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
The crowd all stares. She looks down at Ostog and says, "Are you the one who killed my love?"
Oh, no.
Eric, would you mind taking over the role of Ostog here?
What sort of troll witchery is this?
So would you just scream in your house real loud?
Oh, do I have my mighty magical sword Gnarlfang?
Yeah, you absolutely do.
I
Yeah,
draw the mighty Gnarlfang.
Yeah. She looks down upon you and she says, I'll take that as a yes. Did you not know that Linorms are special creatures? They are sacred to this land.
They are hard to kill, that is certain. Ha ha ha! Another drinking horn.
A servant comes scurrying up.
Put it in my mouth.
Sorry. And she looks at you. Did you not also know of the Linorm's curse?
I have heard about it, but that is just troll witchery. Surely there can be no curse.
She smiles. No, I'm afraid there is.
That doesn't have to be. It is a new world with Ostog in charge.
For you see, I'm afraid this Linorm's curse was to be married to me.
But you're beautiful.
And now so shall you. And she holds out her hand, and Ostog slumps to the ground.
Is he smiling while he slumps?
He literally collapses, the drinking horn falling from his hand, spilling mead and ale across the ground. He slumps down into his chair, unmoving.
Is the crowd more disturbed about the
They are
falling or the mead spilling?
It's hard to tell. It kind of happens at the same time. They're like, the beer! She pulls forth her hand like this. And as she does so, like a wisp pulls out of Ostog. And as it approaches her hand, she fades from view, leaving the crowd stunned. And someone down at the bottom screams, "Is he dead?"
I hope not.
So, back to the rest of you. The gate is open and you're allowed to leave, but what happens is everyone's just stopped watching and stopped doing anything, and they're just watching the event. And Ostog's trusted advisors kind of come and surround him, and the whole place grows quiet for a moment as everyone's kind of checking their new king to see whether or not he is alive or not. Velmerius says he lives, but only barely. Bring the champions to me. We must discuss this. We need to get to the bottom of this. You are the most competent ones here, clearly.
I can't disagree with who said that. I heard that with my 17th perception.
So some servants come and they usher you up to the box kind of area where everyone's gathered around Ostog. Does anyone want to do anything? Everybody's kind of there.
Well, I mean, I saw those creatures, didn't I?
Yeah, so they all disappeared. All of
After
them
she
disappeared simultaneously. Yeah, the moment she clapped her hands and she pulled forth this wisp from Ostog, they all vanished simultaneously.
Was there any clue inherent in there that I could pick up on as to what those creatures were, to identify maybe where they come from?
Do you have nature?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Oh,
Natural 20.
All right.
35.
Well, those were definitely Fey. And a 20 is a rather incredible check. So you're pretty sure what that woman was is she's a dryad queen.
Ooh. Wow. I love Fey shit.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, you did all right.
It's an upgrade for Ostog.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
We're going to go rescue your spirit. You're like, no, just leave it. It's fine. It's fine.
Chase will put his hand on, be like, sparrow pigeon. What do you know of that beautiful creature? She had the beauty of a Cunningham. And the grace of yet another Cunningham.
Of your sister, perhaps.
Perhaps a long-lost sister of mine.
I know your sister well.
How dare you speak of my sister?
She was satisfactory.
My lion shield bites eagle crow.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Really being grossed out.
Yeah.
Bleeding, sir.
So yeah, you
But I'll explain what I saw, that it's a dryad queen. There's dryads in this area. Perhaps she's disappeared into some lair in the woods, in the forest, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Valmerius looks very disturbed. He's cast a few spells, and he says, "The king yet lives, but his spirit is whisked away, and I cannot locate it." Do any of you have any skills or abilities that might help us in locating this? My magic seems to be failing me.
I have cooking lore.
Arconis would like to step forward and do like a little bit of a sort of use medicine to do an analysis of Ostog's body and stuff like that. And he's definitely curious to see if there's some clues that can be revealed there, but to be quite honest, he worships Abadar and he just wants to touch a king. Well.
After about 5 seconds of that, Valmerius looks at you and goes, "All right, that'll be enough of touching the king."
I got a 20.
He looks at all of you. Do any of you have what skill am I thinking of? Sorry. What are all your lore skills? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Games.
Genealogy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right.
nature.
Fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion.
I have heraldry.
I have
that's
fashion
what
lore.
Yeah, all right.
I have mining and cooking.
Oh, yeah, very good. All right.
Mine's my favorite one I've ever had.
I have elven and heraldry.
All right.
I have
Was she
legal.
carrying a flag of any kind?
The law.
Can somebody give me a religion check? Who has high religion?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Of course.
21.
Well, I mean, that's somewhat high. 33.
Ooh.
So, with his spirit whisked away, you know that his body will persevere for a while.
Oh, good.
But not forever.
Oh.
The body cannot fundamentally live separated from its soul for too long. As long as he's cared for, it is a good period of time, but it's not forever.
I did make these patches that say Unslain, so he better not die.
Well, it's a good thing there are some heroes here. Valmerius is scratching his chin and he says, "There's only one thing I can think of. I must send you on a quest. Near here, in the mountains to the west, or to the east, sorry, there is a mountain. On top of that mountain is a place called the Midnight Court. There, in the darkest of shadows, in the middle of night, a trio of Norn gather."
Norn.
Norn.
What are Norn?
Norn.
Do you have... this would be a... you can give me a nature or a
Yes.
religion check on this.
Ooh, 31. Nature.
31 is very good. So you know that Norn are powerful spirits that kind of guide the threads of fate. They can see someone's fate if they guide the threads the right way, and are like oracles. Perhaps these Norn might be able to locate the spirit. Fey magic is something that I cannot trifle with. It is not in my domain, but for them it is, and they are near. You should be able to reach them in a day or two.
Does a 37 religion check reveal any additional information about them?
Well, you know that Norn always work in groups of 3, and that when all 3 of them are together, their kind of ability and sight is kind of unparalleled. They can be stopped and blocked, and sometimes they don't know everything, but they certainly would be able to see into the realms and the dealings of the Fae in a way that these people can't.
From the myths and things that Arconis is familiar with, are they often antagonists? Are they evil? Are they,
they're more like impartial observers of fate.
Okay.
So they're not really good guys. They're not really bad guys. They're more just like weird, creepy, remote oracles.
I'm a very persuasive public speaker. I can't wait.
Me too.
We shall provide you a map and horses so that you may travel there as quickly as possible. Is there anything else you need?
I need a copious amount of healing. It's very badly hurt in that fight out there. I don't know if you saw.
Sorry about the Cruuth.
Yeah.
He summoned some of their medics who can start tending to you, but it'll be a lengthy process. They can start doing medicine on you.
I mean, I can do some medicine as well, and I have quite a lot of magical healing. I just didn't know if we wanted to use it now or not.
Well, it sounds like you're
to get to the mountain.
They made it sound like it's going to take a day or two.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's blow it all now.
You might as well heal.
Yes,
yeah.
well, very well. Gather round. And I'm going to use the 3-action version of the heal spell.
Sure.
And because I'm casting it at 4th level, I believe that means I get 48. Is that right, Jason?
It's going to be on your heal spell there in the heighten entry.
Yep. It says +1, and then you get an extra D8. It says the amount of healing or damage increases by 1d8, and the extra healing for the 2-action version increases by 8, and it says heighten +1, so that means every.
Yeah. So you'll do 48 with each casting to the whole group.
And then that is what I would like to do.
All right.
So everyone gather round, and wow. 27.
Ooh.
There's even a few people who were in fistfights earlier in the crowd nearby who are like, "Oh, my cheek feels better."
Gather round, all you peasants, as well. There's no limit to Abadar's blessing. Let's get in a nice 30-foot circle, and I'm going to do it again.
All right.
15, not quite
15.
as good.
Yeah.
That
all
time.
right.
How are we doing, Orphan Punchar?
Well, I'm still hurt, but I also have wholeness of body, which I'm going to cast, which I don't know what that does.
Sure. So wholeness of body for you is a key power that should be listed in your key spells and abilities on your reference sheet.
Yes. But it doesn't say how much I get. It says I have to refer to page. It says refer to page 402, and I don't have the book because there's only one copy in the world.
Yeah, I got you. Just when I copied that one over for you. All right, you regain, let's see, this is going to be heightened all the way to 4th for you, so each casting is going to give you back 24.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm good.
All right, cool.
I'm down 10.
You're down 10. I'm down 2. I can lay on hands and get 24. So I'll lay hands on myself and get up to full.
So you have like a tiny boo-boo, and you're like, divine powers! And you just throw everything.
We got to keep the cutting hands safe.
I would like to try to treat wounds on him. Can I do that, even though I battle medicked him earlier?
So no, he's temporarily immune for an hour.
Can I do it myself?
So no.
Okay,
you're basically immune to more medicine for an hour.
Then I'm going to.
okay.
Yeah. That's interesting. Once you've been hit with it, you need to wait an hour before you can get more. However, everybody here has focus powers, and the way focus powers work in the new version of the game is you have a focus point. You can use that point to cast any one of the things on your focus spell list. Once you have done so, you can then spend 10 minutes praying, meditating, checking your spell book, talking to nature, doing something that's kind of in the theme of your class, and get your focus point back. So that lay on hands for 24, you can do that every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes.
Yeah, because you basically would cast it and then spend 10 minutes praying to your deity or talking about the Cunningham family or doing something obnoxious, and then you could cast it again.
So if we're not in an immediate hurry, that's
No.
a good idea.
I wanted to be illustrative of it, but fundamentally, if you're not in any hurry and you want to spend an hour, you can heal everybody back to full.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess with that being the case, like you can use it once in combat, and then pretty much after combat's over, we'll say, I'm going to take 30 minutes, and now I'm at full.
Yeah, but it costs you time. And if you're under time pressure, you can't do that.
Right.
So, but right now, I mean, it's not like the king is laying slowly wasting away, so spend as much time as you want.
Right.
He's fine.
As a matter of fact, as you guys are sitting there being like, no, don't worry, I need to pray a bit so I can heal this boo-boo and cut, the Valmerius is just staring at you, like kind of tapping his fingers. Just at this point in time, they've gotten a litter to carry the king away because they don't just want to leave him sitting here and like slumped over in his throne.
Do we get the diamond?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, where's that diamond?
You said it was for a champion, and that's my class, so I'll take it. Thank you.
Valmerius says, I would be happy to give it to you, but I'm afraid only the king can award the jewel. So I suggest you act in haste to retrieve his soul so that we might be able to give you your prize.
I have lore legal. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's a loophole.
Yeah. It's called giving you the shaft, is what it is. Yeah.
In legal parlance.
Yeah. That's
I'm
what
so
that term is.
mad!
No, Pippa, no.
Sorry.
All right, so you are all able to heal up. Shortly thereafter, you are taken down to the stables on the outskirts of town and given horses and a pack filled with supplies, so you have food and water and all that kind of stuff. You'll note I didn't list common ordinary gear on your characters. If there's anything in particular that you feel like you need, feel free to write it down. I made all these characters for them, so they get to suffer with my bad choices. So you're all able to depart. They give you a map that leads to the mountains to the east. Those mountains, they kind of give you a direct route to the mountainous place, and there's kind of an X on the map, and it's a place labeled the Midnight Court.
I'd like to name my horse.
All right, yeah, what would you like to name your horse?
I think we all should.
I agree.
Cathandra?
Cathandra. Yeah. I am not going to be writing down the names of your horses, but please feel free to give them to me. I'm
Mine's named Julia.
Julia, Cathandra.
Falcon.
Ho, Falcon!
Off we go.
Mine will be Buttercup Cunningham.
It's a sister.
She was a horse.
Wait,
How dare you?
the plot thickens.
This way, Buttercup.
My horse will be named Sally.
Sally. Yes, very good.
My horse will be named Secretary of War.
Very good. All right.
The fastest horse of all time.
The Cruuth comes back to life. No, and starts eating your horses. All right, no. So you are all kind of, they kind of almost usher you out with urgency. They desperately want an answer, and these seers seem like the only way they're going to find out what has happened to King Ostog's soul. You ride through the countryside. It almost passes by in a blur. The pleasant rolling hills, the farmlands outside the city. Eventually, you end up in the low hills leading up into the distant mountains. And as you begin your ascent, the first night falls. It is now the evening. You have traveled a good portion of the way, but you think that making your way up the mountain in the middle of night is probably a bad idea. But I'll leave that up to you guys. What do you want to do? It's dusk, and you're in like the foothills.
Can I just do a survival check just to see for the... actually, you know what? I have an ability that I want to use. It's called survey wildlife.
Yeah.
So basically, I take 10 minutes. So, like, right as we're kind of settling and it's dusk, I'm going to take 10 minutes to assess the area around to find out what creatures are nearby based on nests, scat, marks on vegetation, etc.
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, this is a usage of the survival skill. So, it's something anybody can do, but it's very appropriate for a ranger. So, you have taken the feat that allows you to do it. And it's just 10 minutes, right? There's not even a check.
It's 10 minutes. No, it's a check. Attempt a survival check against the DC determined by the GM. Shoot.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
The DC is 40 million.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so the only thing I'm supposed to be good at.
You rolled a 1?
Yes.
All right, so everybody should know, I've been talking a lot about crits, and there's critical successes and there's critical failures. So a critical success is when you roll a 20. Generally speaking, what it actually means is that you treat the success as one category better. So if the monster is impossible to hit and you would fail with a 20 with your bonus, it just turns it into a success, not a critical success. And the opposite is also true. If you roll a 1, it downgrades the category by 1 level. I should also note that beating it by 10 or failing it by 10 is the same thing as rolling a 20. So rolling a 1 gives you bad information. So you come back to the camp after going around and you're checking I got this. You're checking spoor and tracks and looking at the trees, and you come back and you are convinced this entire area is filled with flamingos.
Some sort of flamingo army about. We must keep a watch.
These are dangerous times.
You said it, Chase.
Nero immediately casts Wall of Flames across
Burn them out!
That's smart. It's well known that flamingos hate fire.
Back, you one-legged orphans!
God, I'm gonna pass out.
This is going to be a long show.
They should have.
All right.
You should have known that.
Yeah, no.
Your hands are covered in flamingo scat.
I think they should have no legs to match the number of parents they have.
All right. So you're able to cast about and look for a campsite. Do you want to give me another survival check there, Hawk?
Can anyone else roll it?
God damn it.
Well, yeah. I mean, other people can if they have
I can roll
survival.
That is a
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you were just going into the shame position.
Just going to curl up in a fetal position.
Assume the shame position.
So who over here got a 20
That would be me.
to do the ranger's job? All right. So while he's hunting around for feral dire flamingos, you find a really good camp spot where it's like defendable on one side and there's briar on the other side. So clearly no flamingos will get you.
Success.
Yeah. So you guys are able to set up camp and begin your first night out in the wild. It is the next morning. Your camp was uneventful. You were not prowled upon by any unfortunate flamingos or anything like that. Apparently, the wall of fire scared them off.
Yes. Good job, sorcerer.
Yeah.
I think I overreacted. The ferocity of the flamingos.
Yeah.
I apologize if you didn't.
Can't be too careful when dealing with birds of the marsh.
Indeed. All right. So you're able to break down camp the next morning, and you know that you need to make your way up to this place. They explain that the Midnight Court, unsurprisingly, the Norn only appear at night. So you need to make your way up to wherever the Midnight Court is up in the mountains, and you need to get there by, tonight. So you're able to pack up your camp, get back on your horses, and make your way up into the foothills.
Sally forth. That's why she was named Sally. So I could say that.
That's terrible.
That one really marinated.
Thank you.
Are the horses going to be able to make it up the mountain, Jason?
No.
Okay, then I have a really important question. My white leather boots have like a very stylish heel on them. Is that going to be a problem ascending the mountain?
White leather boots. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's just about the worst thing you could wear, other than like,
You didn't bring flats.
Yeah. Some clogs or something.
47-17. Well, the sacrifices we make,
That's why I wear a nice kitten heel. It's not too high.
Yeah. So your morning goes relatively uneventfully as you ride up into the mountains, but you eventually reach the point right around lunch where the horses cannot continue up this path. You've gotten to the point where the path is now really more of like you have to climb it. It's more like steps. There is clearly a trail though. This looks like someone has carved or made some sort of passage up into the mountains, but there's no way your horses are going to make it.
We must kill the horses.
I'm sorry, Falcon.
I'm sorry, Buttercup.
And we ritualistically slit their throats.
Save the horse meat. Carry it to the top of the mountain.
It's the wise thing to do.
So you're going to walk back? Is that...
I refuse to slay Cassandra.
It would be. I mean, it's the ethical thing because we wouldn't want to leave them to face the flamingos without us.
That's right.
So really, nothing else to do.
Flamingos will feast upon them.
No, we can tie them up here. And,
Yeah,
and
you can
hike
do
up.
that too. That's fine. Yeah.
Horses tie them.
Yeah. You could just give. You got this. You're like standing in front of a nice sheltered cave. There's even like some heather nearby, and you're like, nope, kill them.
I've already slaughtered Buttercup.
It's a thing of mercy.
All right, so you tie up the horses, except for Buttercup, which is apparently dead, and
Still hacking away.
as a lesson to the other horses, I'm assuming,
That's what happens if you step out of line.
so they know not to leave.
We may need glue to the top of the mountain.
Troy, you killed your horse?
I killed my horse.
Wasn't your horse a Cunningham?
It was a Cunningham. I took no joy in it. But we Cunninghams must do what we must do. Does anyone need any glue?
King
also
Ostog lays dying. You're sitting at the bottom of a mountain, boiling horses.
We may
That's
need
how
to,
you make the best Cunningham brand glue.
we may need to glue his spirit back to him. It's the Cunningham way.
Meanwhile, one of Ostog's fingernails falls off.
Do you think the Cunningham family made their fortune in glue?
I'm beginning to think so, yeah. He kind of went straight to the murder and glue making.
Their family is single-handedly responsible for the murder of millions of horses. It's like all kinds of activist groups trying to shut down the Cunningham industries.
You don't know how it works with big glue. My father was a glue magnet.
Oh, I do. I have lore legal.
Back to his magnets that put him out of business.
You'd be more of a glue tycoon.
Do you think the Eagle Crows are the Cunningham family council?
Ooh, that'd be worth. I like that story.
All right, so you continue making your way up the mountain. I'm going to drag this adventure along, kicking and screaming if I have to. So you begin making your ascent into the mountains, making your way to the Midnight Court. It's atop a peak called the Rime Peak. And as you get closer, you quickly begin to realize why it has that name. It is snowy and icy up there, and looks quite treacherous.
Oh, rime.
Rime. Yeah, like a rime of ice. Yeah. As you begin your ascent, it not even an hour later, it starts getting cold and frigid. The trail becomes a bit more treacherous. And about another hour later, and at this point in time, you're in early afternoon, you reach a point where you're on a kind of a snow-covered field. The path is kind of led up to the mountain, and it's plateaued a little bit. And there's this snow-covered field, and on the opposite side, you can see the trail continuing up into the mountains. And yeah, you've just kind of made your way up here. I don't know if there's any precautions you guys want to take. You don't really have much in the way of cold weather gear.
Any consistent tracks, like moving up this trail in the same direction?
Since I know you're very good at it, why don't you give me a survival check?
And this time I'm going to use assurance and just get a 27.
All right, yes. So assurance lets you basically just take 10 plus your flat bonus, and that's it.
I'm sorry. Then it's
just
23.
your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so 23.
So 23. Okay. 23 is still enough to make you realize, though, that there are clearly some tracks on this field, but they don't look like they're going the direction you're going. As a matter of fact, you've kind of made your way into the field, and you start realizing that the kind of flat plane you're on, like the trail has kind of wound its way up the mountain and made its way to this plane, and then the place you're going is across, but on either side there are like caves and stuff, because you're in the mountains. And you look down and you're like, boy, these sure do look like troll tracks. And that's when you hear the first cry.
Oh, no.
And come boiling out of the mountains are frost-covered ice trolls.
Oh, no.
These Norns are considerably uglier than I expected.
That's good.
There are 4 of them. Two coming from each side, so they're charging in at you. They're starting about 50 feet away, kind of at the edge of the mountains. So you got about 50 feet on either side of you. You guys are grouped up in the middle. And why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Ooh, yeah.
Is that perception, Jason?
Yeah, it's going to be perception. So in second edition, it's not always perception. Perception is what you roll when you're just about to be ambushed or something like that. But if one member of the party was like, you know what, I'm going to stay away from the party and stay hidden, I might have them roll stealth for initiative instead. Because how well they're hidden determines how well they can get the jump on everybody else.
In my mind, I'm always intimidating.
Yeah.
So can I roll that?
No.
Does hunt prey have any value here? Because it says it's something you can do in the exploration phase, and it gives you a +2 to perception against the creature you're tracking.
That's if you were intentionally hunting down a creature. So let's say someone was trying to get away from you, since you are a bounty hunter, and you were trying to chase them down. You could use hunt prey to track them and chase them, and then you would get a bonus on initiative when combat started with them.
Okay, but in this case, I saw it only seconds before they popped out of the caves.
Yeah. All right. So I just rolled the troll initiative. And it is that number. Okay. Who has above 30? Anybody?
31.
31.
Hey.
There it is.
You'll have to ask about these trolls' parentage.
Yep. It's my first action I plan to spend.
Trolls all come from very loving families. Now, who has above 25?
25.
Anybody else?
29 for Arconus.
29.
Especially when
25 for Pima. Who's got above 20? Anybody?
22 for
22.
Nero.
Really should bring a combat pad. What's everybody else have?
18. Natural 1.
Oh.
Joe's gonna roll.
Is there some kind of critical failure for initiative?
It's called going last. Chase.
I also rolled a natural 1, so
Oh, man.
that'll be a 12. Or 14 if I was intimidating.
It's a 12.
Damn it. I'll have to give chase to the rest. Sally forth.
That was thematically appropriate. We were on horses.
All right, so Ecthelion, you get to go first. The trolls, these frost-covered ice trolls, have boiled on the mountains. There's 2 to your left, 2 to your right. What do you do?
Can I do so it's an action to do a knowledge check, right?
Yeah. Unless you have something called automatic knowledge, which is a skill feat.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a nature check.
All right.
To see. Nat 20, 31.
Well, these are clearly ice trolls. Right. They are like ordinary trolls, but they don't have any resistance. They don't take extra damage from acid or anything like other trolls, but fire hurts them really bad, and they do deal cold damage with their claws.
Okay, and you said they're not orphans for sure.
With a 31, you can tell that they were raised with good parentage. Yeah, no, it's.
Were they at least raised in a single-parent household? Because I think I get half my bonus damage if that's true.
Yeah. Single parent. Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll go with that.
All right. I'm a little angry. So,
is one of them
I didn't make notes about everyone's parentage.
Yeah. Is one of them the parent of one of the other ones?
Yeah. So,
I can make one an orphan.
Take the older one. Yeah. Get the older one.
So I go right for the oldest one, whichever one looks oldest.
Think tactically here.
So I spend an action closing on the oldest troll.
All right.
And then I'm gonna do a flurry of blows.
What's your speed, by the way?
50.
Oh, that's enough.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. You're the really fast one.
Yeah. So my first attack is a 24.
24 does hit.
Okay. And that'll be 12 points of damage. And second attack, that is a 25. And
that will hit.
11 points of damage. And he shouts out, "They're vulnerable to fire! Bring down the oldest!"
None of you are sure why that second part is relevant, but
yeah, I think we are.
You've probably traveled with him long enough.
We've been traveling together for a long time.
Together for a long time. What's up?
That's fair. Arconith.
Fire, you say? I cast Searing Light on the one that he's not fighting Skid's character.
Okay, but on that side?
And that is the most eldest of the available.
Oh.
The second oldest.
The second oldest, yeah.
There could be a grandparent-parent-child situation here.
Oh, my God.
In which case, you could
That'd be a domino effect.
These trolls might all actually be the same troll. They just cut off an arm and grew another troll. So maybe, in effect, none of them have parents.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh. That is technically, they're technically orphans.
Yeah, All right.
For the purposes of my build, they count as orphans.
Yeah. That's critical. All right, yeah. I didn't give you any abilities against orphans.
Oh, I clearly... Well, hold on.
What did you add down there? Never mind. Arconith,
no, don't worry about it.
Arconith, you were firing a searing light at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how did you say my name?
Arconith?
No, it's Arkonif.
Yeah.
Arconith.
No, that's how I say it.
It's Arconus.
But it's Arcon. I can't say it.
I see. See, I wrote it down phonetically as you said it.
No.
So let me fix that on my
historical record. I wanted to.
Yeah. Okay.
The last
Arconus.
letter in Arconith's first name is an F.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I gotcha. Yeah.
All right. So
It's like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's
No.
all over again.
speaking of F, I will cast Fearing Light.
There you go.
Go ahead.
As the aforementioned second eldest ice troll. Now, to do so, I need to make a touch attack, and that is going to be with my spell attack roll.
Correct.
So I got a 25.
Hit.
There you go.
All right, so that's going to do 5d6 damage under normal circumstances. Should I just roll that, or is there any difference that I need to do?
What type of damage is it?
Fire!
All right. So the trolls have weakness to fire, and what that means is whenever they take fire damage, they take 10 extra points of damage. So go ahead and roll the damage, and I'll let you add 10. That's
Is it
fine.
a fiend or undead?
No.
Didn't think so.
No, it's a troll.
Okay. 22 points of damage plus the extra 10.
Nice, Arconith.
Pretty good.
And then I use my remaining action, and I summon forth a shield of energy in front of me.
Okay, so you throw up a shield?
Yep, that's it.
That was Arconus. Pima.
How far away am I from the trolls that Arconus and the Orphan Master have not hit?
That would be the trolls on the other side, and they are about 50 feet away as well.
Okay. So then I will rage.
All right.
And I will do... I'll spend 2 actions to do a sudden charge.
All right.
Ooh. So I can move up to double my strides. I stride twice, and at the end of the second one, if there's a creature within range, I can strike them.
Yes,
Nice.
and that will certainly get you up to a troll on the other side.
Is it an action to rage or is it free?
Action to rage.
Oh, it is an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not going to do it. 18.
Oh, 18 is just shy. Trolls are quite a bit easier to hit than the Cruuth. But yeah, that's going to come up just shy, yeah. All right. That was Pima. Nero.
Keep your wits about you, men. These flamingos are shapeshifters. Nero would like to, if the battlefield shakes out this way, with 60 feet, could he cast a wall of fire from the first troll and go across from their 2 separate entrances and create a barrier between both of them reaching to us?
So what you could do is you have one of 2 options here. You can create a barrier to prevent them from getting to you, or you could conjure it in such a way that they're inside of it and they take damage.
Right, I'm trying to deal with all 4 of them at once.
Yeah, no, there's 2
away.
on one side and 2 on the other side. They're too far away.
All right.
The trolls themselves are like 100 feet apart.
Then would I be able to cast Fireball behind the 2 that are attacking the Orphan Puncher?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you'd have to position it carefully, but you're a skilled and capable sorcerer who thinks these are flamingos.
Out comes the Fireball. That's a DC 25 reflex save.
All right.
And it is my signature spell. I'm expending it at 4th level. Did you pass?
I had one that passed and one that critically failed.
Ooh. So that is 21 plus 5 points because of my dangerous sorcery, or 4 points because of my dangerous sorcery.
For the level of
25 total.
Plus it's fire, right?
25 total.
Yep.
Plus
damage.
Plus 10 because it's fire, so 35. So one of them takes 70.
Double damage on a crit fail?
Yeah, I crit failed, so I take double.
Does he melt?
No. Oh, yeah, no, that totally kills that one. That one just dies. Yeah. That was the one that Arconus had already hit. And the other one, unfortunately, only takes 17.
So then, with my final action, am I within 30 feet?
No.
Of any of them?
Of any of the trolls?
Yes.
No.
Okay, then I will stride to within 30 feet of them.
Great. Yeah, no problem. Okay, that was Nero. The trolls go. All right, I'm going to start with the troll that is right in front of Ecthelion. And I'm going to go ahead and attack you with a claw.
Do your worst, bird.
19. 19 is going to miss you.
Yes.
Yeah. Going to attack you again with the claw. Oh, boy. Wow, my dice just decided, no, that's it. We're done rolling well. That's going to miss as well. It's going to go ahead and throw a third attack at you. No, those were all awful. Yeah. All right, nice. So that is it for that troll. On the other side of the battle, that was that side, I had one troll that was facing off against...
Me.
Yeah, there we are. Against Pima. I'm going to go ahead and throw a claw at you. Armor class 20 is going to miss.
Miss.
I rolled a 20 with my second claw, so that's a armor class of 30.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a critical hit. Ooh. All right, here we go.
I'm really mad about it.
I can tell. Man. Take 32 points of damage.
Okay.
And with my final action, I'm going to try and claw you again. This one's going to be at a -8, so that is only a 19. That's going to miss.
Yes.
All right. The other troll, the final troll, charges Pima. It spends one action to move up to you, and then attacks with a claw, and that's going to be armor class 31. That is going to do, 19 points of damage. Some of that is cold, by the way, but unless someone gets resistance to cold, I'm not going to differentiate. And then it's going to take its final attack. It's another claw, and that's going to miss.
Okay.
All right, so the trolls have run up, and they kind of, and they just kind of run up, and they rake at you with icy claws. The ends of their hands literally end in, like, ice-covered nails that they just rip into you with.
Ouch.
And that is the trolls. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
All right. Is this BS to try to use the hunt prey like before the combat started? Or does it has to be a specific creature, right?
If you saw them, if you were like sneaking up on them and they didn't know you were there, you could totally use hunt prey before combat.
The action actually started.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I use my first action to hunt prey.
All right.
Then I'll do hunted shot and take two quick
shots
at one of the ones that's fighting Pima.
All right, great.
Is there any penalty for firing into melee? Okay.
None at all. You
Thank
are
God.
skilled adventurers.
All right. First shot. Hey.
I mean, well, at least you pretend to be a skilled adventurer. I know the way you roll, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Before I roll this, has everyone hit someone in second edition so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Killed one in one shot.
Not me. I haven't hit anything
I
yet.
put a pick through Cruuth's head.
Might change anything.
I know. Oh, there we go. 32. Boom, boom.
Ooh.
32.
That's a crit, right?
Crit.
Yeah!
You did it, Joe!
I don't know what the crit specialization is on a longbow.
Did I
It doesn't
not
seem
give it
to be on here.
Yeah, right. I got it right here. So what's going to happen is your arrow is going to slam into the troll's leg and pin him in place.
Oh,
so he cannot
right.
move.
I did read
That's
that.
right.
Yep. That's right.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
But the damage is the same?
Roll your damage, add it up as normal, and then double it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roll my damage as normal, add it up.
Yeah, don't roll twice. Just
what
roll
about-
once, add it all together, and I do mean all of it,
Yes.
and then double it.
And then don't double the precision damage?
Double that, too.
Oh, yes. So I'm also using Hunter's Edge, which is I guess you choose what kind of bonus you get to your favorite enemy, basically.
Yeah.
And this is more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your bow deadly? I think that's
no.
only on crossbows. Yeah,
No,
right.
it's striking.
Yep. All right.
Hey, that's all right. That's 38 points of damage.
Oh. All right, yeah. And so the missile is going to slam through it and pin it in place so it can't move unless it spends an action to pull the arrow out of its leg. 38 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
It is still standing,
Yes.
but it looks very badly hurt by that.
I've got you right where I want you. Finish it. Fuck. Well, 21. It's a stupid troll that's flat-footed, I would think.
21 will hit.
Nice.
Do it again. Oh, it's only once per round. That's 8, 10. 10 points of damage on the
10
second.
more. All right.
Which troll was that?
That's one of the ones fighting you.
Great.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? I'm just going to take another shot.
Yeah, go ahead.
At a -10. Miss. Natural
Yeah.
2.
Okay. That was Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. Next up is Chase.
Ice trolls. I never thought I'd live to see the day. If only Buttercup was still alive to see this.
She dreamed of seeing an ice troll.
And he taps the glue at his side. Am I within a move action of one of these, the one that just charged up to Pima?
Yeah.
All right, so I will move up to that one, stride up to that one, first action.
Well, there's another one there that's pinned to the ground.
Oh, but that one's farther away, isn't it?
Oh, they're
They're both fighting Pima. You can get up to
So
either
there's
one.
one
Okay, I'll go to the one that's really up in Pima's business and two-hand strike. Natural 1.
Oh, God.
Good job.
Sucks.
So that was, let's see, you moved, you drew your weapon, and you attacked.
Yes. You don't think our weapons were out while we were arranging? I mean,
I'll give it to you.
okay.
I'll give it to you.
That was a grand question.
Now,
by
does
the way.
anything happen?
He's a very
Next time
different
you
player
accuse
than
Grant.
GM.
It was out, and I also was smiting evil. I think I said that. I said it in the bathroom.
Yeah,
You didn't hear that?
I did hear some echo from the stall, but I didn't.
Figure he's
yeah.
like this. Question: nothing bad happens on a fail?
No,
Okay.
no. There are creatures that have abilities that they can take advantage of you if you crit fail an attack against them. But
that's a
ice
reactions.
trolls,
They have reactions that they have. That
they
there's-
could. Some could.
Okay.
But the ice trolls don't.
They don't.
So yeah, no, you're fine.
That's cool.
All right. Well, I'll give it another the old college try here at a -5. Boom. That is going to be a 27.
A 27 is going to hit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. 2d12.
Nice.
Got a new d12 here. Garbage. 11 plus 17 points of damage.
Yeah, you and your garbage. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage.
Is this against the one that's pinned or the other one?
The one that's the other one.
The other one. All right. Okay. That was Chase. We go back to the top of the order with Ecthelion.
All right. So here's the hierarchy of which the next one he's going to attack. Closest, oldest.
All right. So you have one that is. Did I even do anything with that one? Yeah, I did. Yeah, there's one that's fighting you. So I'm wagering that
that's
one's closest.
Okay, that wins out.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's that one.
Okay. So he says, "Curse you, you shape-shifting flamingo! We've had our fill of your wetlands treachery." And by the way, someone pointed out there's a young woman sitting in front here with a flamingo tattoo, and it's freaking me out.
Because it wasn't there when we started.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah,
Their powers are growing by the minute.
it did.
I'm
Okay.
going to be totally honest too. I did not see that.
Yeah, I thought like you're not at the angle to see it. Okay, so flurry of blows, first attack. That is a 20 to hit.
Hit.
Yes, nice. Okay, and that is 7 points of damage.
All right.
Second attack. That is a 19 to hit.
That's going to miss.
Okay.
Yeah, your fist slams into its icy hide, but does not have an effect.
Okay, second action. I'll do a punch. Natural 1.
All right. That's going to miss.
Third one. Natural 20. 28.
Yeah. Oh! That's going to crit.
Okay.
So you got a hit and a crit. Go ahead and give me those damage totals.
That is 20 points of damage total.
Off the hit and the crit.
Do I just double my damage?
You double all right. So roll one hit.
Okay.
Then roll a second hit and double it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So
'Cause
that's,
you got 2 hits.
okay. So that's 10.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's on me. All right. So in that case, you got
20 damage. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That works. All right. You pummel away at this troll, but it is still standing.
Okay.
All right. That is Ecthelion. Arconus.
Ooh, so Pima looks quite chewed up from where I'm standing. Is anyone else injured? No?
No, I only
All
got
right.
the one
Using
hit.
my directed channel feat, which allows me to, instead of a burst, do my healing in a cone, can I position a healing shot to him that doesn't include...
You could, but
Actually, I could also
if
just
you're
use the
just trying to
2-action
heal him,
version.
you could just do the
Let me
2-action
use the
version.
2-action
Yeah.
version of heal. And so that will shoot over at him, and Pima, or her, I should say. Pima, you're going to get 15... oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, because basically you're going to get 8 and 8, 16, 24, 32.
Ooh, wow.
Woo!
32 plus what you just rolled.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay,
You just
32
healed
plus-
47.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That brings me up to full.
Abada be praised. And then I'm going to cast shield again.
And
So-
I wouldn't heal temporary hit points, right?
No, those you don't get back. So the way that the heal spell works now, and you only have a handful of them per day, but how you use them determines kind of their maximum effect. One action, you just heal a D8. 2 actions, you heal one target at ranged for a D8 plus 8. 3 actions, you heal everybody within 30 feet, but it's back down to a D8. For every level you up the spell, you get all of that again. So as a 4th level, 2 action, it does 4d8 plus 32.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Don't thank me, Pimmer. Thank Abadar.
Okay.
You always have to put that in my face.
We're all screaming about Abadar. All right. So that was two of your actions.
I cast shield.
Oh, you cast shield. All right. Very good.
Field.
All right. That was Arconis Pima.
Pima is going to swing away at the troll that is pinned.
Pinned. Very good.
Oh. Natural 2, so it's 18.
Miss.
25.
25 will hit. Your pick swings wildly, hitting it in the chest.
Ooh. 21 points of damage.
Frosty troll blood comes spurting out, but it is still standing.
All right, 3rd attack. 22.
Hit.
Yeah. Excellent.
Wow.
Ooh. 24 points of damage.
Another 24. 93. It's still up.
Oh, come on.
You're like just it's almost like you're just mining for troll flesh at this point, and it's just
I'm seeking brain.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was Pima. Nero.
It's time to send you filthy avian scum south for the winter to hell. Also known as Orlando, Florida. No! There's 2 on one side and 1 on the other?
Correct.
I would like to place one more fireball, not heightened, because I want to save my 4th level spell slots for the day. So I'm going to cast a 3rd level fireball behind both of them with a DC 25 reflex save for those 2.
Since they're both large, yeah, you can do that without hitting Pima.
Fantastic. Ooh, some 6s. 16, 17. 24 points of damage.
Is that counting the bonus fire?
Not the bonus fire.
And
so
the DC
34.
of your spells is 25?
Correct.
All right. So I have 2 fails. Neither one of them are crit fails, though.
Okay.
How much damage was it? Sorry?
With the bonus fire damage, 34.
34. All right, so they both take 34. The one you've been mining at gets blasted out of existence and crumbles to ash.
There you go, Nero.
That makes me less angry. But I'm still pretty angry.
The other one is hurt, but is still standing, and its regeneration has been turned off again. Great. Okay.
Can I spend my final action?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to grasp at the staff in my hands and expend a charge from the staff to cast Magic Missile on the one that remains standing. 3 points of damage.
Pew! Bottle cap.
That literally is just like a pew. Yeah. Yeah, it hits the troll, and the troll's just like,
Ow.
All right, the trolls go. So the troll over on Ecthelion, a bunch of its wounds close. A bunch of its flesh knits back together. You see like frost and ice form over it, and it looks like the flesh is healing. And then it slashes out at you with its jaws. It's going to try and bite you. We'll start with that. Armor class 30.
Yep, that's a hit.
Where are my D10s? Here they are. 19 points of damage. Then it's going to try and hit you with the claw. That is going to be 26.
Yeah, it's a hit. Barely.
That is going to be 14 points of damage, and then it's going to slash out at you for a 3rd time with its last claw. 24.
Miss.
I'm never going to get to Renya. All right. On the other side, we've got one left on Pima, and I'm going to slash out at you with a claw. Nope. Claw again. Maybe. 26.
Yes.
All right. Take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'll make that third claw attack, but it's not going to hit. All right. The trolls are just like furiously raking at you, trying to get a hold of your flesh to just kind of pull it apart, but they don't manage to succeed this time. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
He nailed it. He's going to turn his bow around to the one that is on... what's your name again? Ecthelion.
Ecthelion, yeah.
The one that's on Ecthelion, because that's just solo, right? They're just one-on-one over there? All right. So,
both fights are now just one-on-one with a few of you standing around in the middle.
yeah. Okay, so he will turn to Ecthelion's troll and will hunt that one.
All right.
Instead, aim up and then fire twice.
All right.
So first shot is a 21.
21 will hit.
Okay,
Yeah,
beautiful.
nice.
And I forgot this. You roll both attacks, and that you combine the damage as one hit.
Yeah.
For the purposes of like DR and stuff like that. Is there DR anymore? I don't know.
Some monsters do have resistance to damage, but trolls don't.
And 23.
23 will also hit.
Beautiful. So 12, 15, and
Lots
30.
of dice. 30
damage on 2 arrows, and then I'll
nice,
shoot one more
tightly
time.
clustered,
Yeah, exactly.
shots. Yeah.
And then one more arrow. Oh, that might do it, man. That's a 24.
Hit.
Nice.
Yes. And that's 9, an additional 9 points of damage.
So a lot of the troll's wounds were closing up, and then the arrows just hit it in those spots, and it's just like,
Where to my scar tissue?
so it looks just as bad as it was just a moment ago, but it is still standing. That was Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. Hawk, Crow, Raven, Eagle,
Yes.
something. I don't.
Hawk,
Whatever.
Raven, Eagle, Crow. Stop fooling around, Ecthelion, and kill it.
Chase.
All right, so I'm right next to the one that Pim is still fighting.
Yes.
There were two there.
Yeah.
When you get to hell, tell him Chase Cunningham sent you. And be sure to say hello to Buttercup.
Buttercup went to hell?
Buttercup had a dark past.
She had a real dark side that none of us
Evil
saw.
horse.
She couldn't outrun her sins.
she, at the end, she could not run out of it. She was glued to her sins.
She was glued to her sins. No. 20.
Hit.
20's a hit? Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. So that is going to be... Oh, God. You hate when you get a 1 on a D12. That's the worst one in all of ones, I think.
Yeah, I hate that.
13 points of damage. Second swing at a -5. This could be a crit. Well, you tell me. 29.
I will. It is one shy of a crit.
You're one
Because
shy.
I like denying you.
Okay, that's still not great. 11, 17.
17 will hit.
And then this one is
17 damage.
-10.
Correct.
Natural 2.
So that's a no. All right. Your what, bastard sword?
Bastard.
Yeah, it just is chopping away at this troll, and chunks of its flesh are falling into the frozen tundra. But it is still standing. It does look very badly hurt, though. Top of the order, Ecthelion.
Okay. So he's still... Sorry, is he still fighting the one that he's been fighting is still up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ecthelion's troll refuses to die.
Okay. Look at you, regenerating your wounds. I'd almost believe you really were a troll. And he does flurry of blows. First one is a 29.
29 will hit.
Okay.
Not a crit.
Not a crit. Okay. 3 points of damage. Second attack with the flurry of blows is another 29. And nice! 13 points of damage. Second action attack, natty 17, that's a 29 again.
Hit.
That's 9 points of damage.
So you just are punch, 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 and eventually the troll, like you stop and you're just like, "Ugh," and the troll's midsection is just kind of gone, and it just collapses to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You just treated it like a frozen punching bag. It's like
Yeah. Okay.
all right. Do you have any actions left? Or was
I have
that?
one action left. I'm going to move 50 feet to the next closest / oldest one.
All right. Yeah. Well, there's only one left, so it's clearly
Aha.
an orphan now.
The one orphan.
Aha! Where are your parents now?
So twisted.
Best character.
Did I mention
ever.
you guys should make good characters? Because I'm really starting to feel like that maybe should have been something I mentioned.
Mine's neutral evil.
Oh, crap. I didn't fill in that box for you. All right.
And we've established that Buttercup was evil, so I did a service as a chaotic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's fair. You smote your horse. All right.
I smite evil before I.
It did have a dark past.
Arconus.
Oh, dearie me. How wounded does the standing troll look?
You gonna heal him?
It is.
Does he look like he's in bad shape?
It is. It is pretty badly beat up.
Pretty badly beat up.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hit it with the divine lance.
Okay.
So it says you unleash a beam of divine energy. Choose an alignment your deity has. You can't cast this spell if you don't have a deity or if your deity is true neutral. Make a ranged spell attack roll against the target's AC.
You know what's great about this spell? Divine stars in John Waters' Pink Flamingos.
Oh wow! Good call.
You got 3 laughs.
Grant, you're on fire.
Yeah.
No John Waters fans out there? All right.
No, John Waters.
Just don't do what she does in that movie.
I know. I was trying to work that into your skit. And I can't.
No.
Eagle Crow did.
Nope.
I'm just gonna leave it on the street where it belongs. I am going to divine lance him.
Great.
Pew pew pew. I got a 27.
That is going to hit.
Excellent. So that's going to do 1d4 points of damage plus my spell casting ability, and my spell casting ability is high. So that's going to do 6 points of damage. Yeah.
All right. Your lance streaks out and hits the troll. The flesh where it hits burns and scorches because it is clearly evil. So your good damage is effective. You still have one action left.
I'm going to say my magic word and have the shield appear again.
Yeah.
That's it.
So Divine Lance may not do a lot of damage, but it is a cantrip, so you can do it over and over and over and over and over again.
Nice.
That was Arconus. Pima.
All right, let's try and see what we can do here.
It looks badly hurt.
32.
One good swing.
Crit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all you needed.
40 points of damage. Golf swing.
So your axe hits it so hard it falls to the ground, and the pickaxe embeds itself in the ice, and you have to like kind of work at it. The troll is really dead, and you're just like. You have to kind of struggle to get it out. But that is the end of the trolls. There are no more trolls remaining.
Nice. Yeah, well done. Thunder Squad. What was our name?
White Thunder.
More dead monsters.
What's our team name? Vanilla
Thunder
Thunder?
Squad.
Vanilla Thunder. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah.
The Thunderhawks? Was that what it was?
No, you're not the Thunderhawk.
Thundercats.
Bananas
I think it
Foster.
was
love that
Thunderhawks.
show.
Bananas Foster.
Before we move on, Cruuth would like to use a medicine check to look at some of the pieces of some of the less burned trolls to see if perhaps they are knitting together or anything we need to.
No. Once they're dead, they're dead. The regeneration stops, so they're done. Yeah, all 4 trolls are dead, and then up near one of the caves, you see like a baby troll that is looking out.
You're up. Don't let him see it. Don't let him see it.
You are up.
Sorry, what did you say you saw?
No, never mind. I saw nothing.
Look away. Look away. Look away.
It like picks up the severed head of a troll and will become some sort of bounty hunter troll later.
Oh no! Come on,
Oh, Django troll.
A Django troll.
Django.
He runs away quickly before you can kill him. All right,
I can't wait for that troll to come for you. That's going to be so awesome.
That's how it had to end.
Sunday.
He's going to be so excited because it is an orphan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The first legitimate orphan of the campaign. All right, so
I missed it.
You have dispatched the trolls. I don't know if you guys want to do any healing. If you want, you can just say, "Yeah, we spent an hour healing, and we'll just move on."
I didn't take any damage in that one.
Yeah, I think
I don't think we're that hurt.
I am.
Emma might be the
I'm pretty hurt.
Oh, are
pretty
you?
hurt.
How
Yeah.
badly hurt are you?
I'm not that hurt.
I'm down almost 30.
I can lay on hands 24 points of healing to you
Oh,
there.
thank you.
I just look at the ground and kick the dirt while the champion.
So
does my job.
here's the thing. So here's a fun little trick. He needs to regain his focus after he spends the lay on hands.
Right.
That takes 10 minutes.
Right.
That's also the same amount of
Time
time
to
it
treat
takes to
wounds.
make
Yeah.
to treat wounds.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to top him off, because that didn't get him up to full,
Let's top
make
him
a
off.
medicine check.
Of course, I would like to do that.
And then, even though if this is not battle medicine, he can do it again to him today.
The way medicine works, Battle Medic just allows you to do it once per day on an individual with one action. The standard
combat.
rules, though, say that you spend 10 minutes treating someone's wounds, and then they're immune to it for an hour. So every hour you can do it on them. Now, you can also spend the entire hour treating them, and if successful, heal them for double the amount, and then keep doing it that way, but... That's if you're sitting there triaging someone the entire time.
And the only person I've ever actually treated wounds on so far is Pigeon Grackle-Feather here. So
More bird
it
names,
should
the
be
better.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
I got a 29 on
20.
my,
Okay, I'm totally topped off. Thank you.
A 29
on my check.
on your check is
Oh.
a critical success.
Cool.
Which means go ahead and roll.
Well, I don't have
2d8.
that. 2d8. Okay.
Yeah.
Could I spend the 10 minutes doing it to myself?
Absolutely.
5 points.
I'm topped off. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank your avaricious God
Dude,
for
thank
me.
me. Thank. Oh yes. Oh, I will.
I told you to thank him for me too.
Abadar, thank you so much for healing the puncher of orphans.
Good.
Power.
So I rolled a 28, and I am trained in
All right.
medicine.
So you are trained. If is anyone here higher than trained in medicine? Or is trained as high as I gave
trained.
anybody?
I decided to put expert in fashion lore. And
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And by that, I mean you decided that.
You told
that's
me
right,
that's
I
what
did.
you
I
wanted.
did.
All right.
You're right. I'm sorry.
So, if you were an expert or a master, you could shoot for a higher DC and heal more as a base. So, but here's the thing. You got a 28. 28. All right, so a 28 is a critical success. Heal yourself for 4d8.
Ooh. Okay. I'm up to full.
So it's interesting at higher levels you can shoot for the higher DC to heal more as a base, or you could shoot for the lower DC and hope to crit and get more that way. There's a bunch of different ways you can play it. All depends on your strategy. All right. So you guys spend, it's just like 10 minutes wrapping up your wounds, healing everybody up, bandaging yourself, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you continue making your way up into the mountains, and your track begins to stretch into the later parts of the day. As you are climbing up into this mountain, the sun slowly starts to dip down towards the horizon. You realize that before you were worried about making sure you were, you made it there by midnight. Now you're worried about possibly making it there at all. Because the mountain seems to be going on forever, and it is bitterly cold up here. As you get higher and higher up, it's now the path is snow covered and ice is everywhere. There's a bitter wind blowing through you all, and it's getting rather dark as well as the sun begins to set. Did someone say buttercup? All right.
The wind whispers buttercup.
Let's hide inside a buttercup like a tauntaun.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
I mean, you only cut off the hooves, right, to make the glue, so the rest of it's just
fine.
sitting
I
there.
thought they smelled bad.
Oh,
On the
On the
outside.
outside.
I don't actually know how to make horse glue. All right. So you make your way.
I'll teach you.
Great. All right. So you eventually, as the stars begin to wheel above, and it is now night, and you are all freezing now. You're at that point where you're huddled up under what cloaks you have, and you're desperately trying to keep yourself cool. Or sorry, warm. I just take off my clothes. It's fine.
Sweating at the top of this mountain.
Yeah. You reach you think you're just about at the top. You must be where you're supposed to be. Up ahead, you can see kind of a large bowl-like depression at the kind of tip of this mountain. And sitting alongside the path, right on your way up to it, is this hulking form. Looks like a human, but has like this giant frost-filled beard, has this horned helm, and this giant icy axe sitting across his lap. And as you approach, he bellows out, "Who are you who would approach the Midnight Court?"
May I?
Please.
We are the Thunder Company, and we have come. And I'm like polishing my diplomacy badge thing that I have, which gives me a +1. And I'm like, we have come to the council place of the Midnight Court, for we are courtiers of Ostog the Unslain. I'm lying now. We are sent here by the court of Ostog the Unslain to treat with the Norns.
You wish to speak with the Sybil Circle?
Yeah.
Yes, we wish to speak to the Sybil Circle.
What will you pay?
We have glue. Freshly made glue.
Well, we have quite a lot of wealth. It's just that these lands are quite dangerous, filled with shape-shifting flamingos and the like. So I have been cloaking our wealth under a mask of illusion. Will you allow me to reveal to you our vast treasure that I'm sure you will enjoy, to allow us passage, our tribute, if you will, for you and your allies, the Norns? May I cast a spell?
Stop talking.
Reveal to me your treasure.
Excellent! I do the 2-action focus spell, Appearance of Wealth, which summons a bunch of bullshit wealth.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It says you create a brief vision of immense wealth filling the spell's area, which is a 5-foot burst. Each creature within 20 feet of the area that could be enticed by material wealth, which I don't know if this guy will be or not, but I can't imagine someone wouldn't be because I worship Abadar. A creature that enters the area automatically disbelieves the illusion, so I don't put it right next to him. As long as I sustain the spell, other creatures react to treasure like they would any other illusion, but they are not at risk of becoming fascinated. He gets to save, and I'll tell you what happens if he saves. And his DC is 25.
This is the most perfect spell for this situation.
His eyes go wide.
Yeah. All the wealth of Absalom's Temple of Abadar stands ready for you, just over there. You gotta walk away from the door. Just right over there. See how it glitters. Woohoo! Just any time, in the next minutes. No, I can sustain it as well.
He's like, so you will give to me your wealth?
I will give to you that right over there. Yes, for sure.
I will take your wealth.
I mean, that wealth.
He nods.
Excellent. It's all yours.
All right.
But this counts for the whole group. I mean, it's a lot of wealth. It's an appearance of wealth. It's literally immense wealth.
So he goes off to the pile of wealth you
Don't
have
get too
conjured.
close. Don't get in the same square.
Stay one square away.
Do not touch the wealth.
Right. Do not enter the square.
Wealth is for looking.
Yes. Now, if he succeeds, he is fascinated by the wealth until it has completed its first action on its next turn. If he fails, he's fascinated.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Just don't touch. It'll
He's
rub
just staring
off.
there.
It's special gold.
Yeah. So he appears to be fascinated. What do you guys do?
Scurry on by.
Scurry on by, yeah.
So wait, so we're next to the depression. Does our path take us into it?
Yeah, so what it is think about it like you've come up to the top of the mountain, but the top of the mountain is kind of a crater.
Right.
And it's this weird bowl of snow, and the path leads right into it.
Well, I say that we make like America in 1929 and descend into this Great Depression.
Brother, would you spare a rhyme? I want to, then I'm going to concentrate on the thing.
Yeah, are you? Yeah. Okay. So you're concentrating on the thing, which it doesn't take you out of commission, but it means that you're spending like a third of your time. Basically, you have to spend an action each round to keep it up.
Can I use the other 2 actions to like moonwalk toward the depression?
but you can. But what's the range?
30 feet.
So you're kind of staying.
That's cool.
There.
Can I instead use a couple of my other actions to cast Sanctuary on myself?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So the rest of you, you're holding the giant guardian at bay, and the rest of you are able to enter the bowl-like depression.
It only took us 1 session to split the party.
You guys are doing great. Okay, so you make your way into the bowl, and as you descend into it, you're basically reaching a point where all around you just see the white sides of this bowl. You don't see any mountain, and then above that is just the wheeling stars of the night sky. Wow. And as you reach the bottom, lines begin to appear between the stars, and you can see dark figures pulling those threads and moving them around as the Norn become visible. Ooh. They are 3 very tall women, and they look like humans, but they have like wreaths of blue flame that move around them as they are pulling the strings of fate between stars. And they are just like dancing among the constellations above you. And none of them speak, but you hear a voice. And it says, "Who are you who would come to the Sibyl Circle?"
I have this feat called Glad Hand.
Yes. Yeah.
It says first impressions are your strong suit. When you meet someone in a casual or social situation, you can immediately make a diplomacy check to make an impression on that creature rather than needing to converse for 1 minute. I take a -5 penalty.
Yeah.
You know what the DC is.
Yeah, so I do know what the DC is.
I'm going to try, and as long as I don't critically fail, everything should be fine. Because there is a contingency for that. Oh, God. I rolled a 4, but I have a plus 15 to my diplomacy, so it's a 19, but -5, so 14 total.
That's equal to my bonus.
That actually might be.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah, it totally is.
Chase. Did you critically fail, you have to engage in 1 minute of conversation.
Unbearable.
And
What do you say? I want to know.
Set the timer.
What was the question? Who are you?
Yeah.
What brings you?
Who are you and what brings you here?
My name is Chase Cunningham. These are my associates, Vanilla Thunder. The Vanilla Thunder Company. Perhaps you've heard of us.
We have not.
Oh. Well, now you have. Sorry, I'm usually very good at first impressions.
Perhaps you'll get a second chance.
Yes, perhaps I'll get a second chance.
They're looking at him and they kind of flitter from him and just look kind of at the rest of you with like, does this fool speak for the lot of you?
I sensing a diplomatic opportunity here, which is...
You are kind of far away right now, unless you're wanting to let that drop away.
Oh, right.
Right? Yeah, no, I mean, you're in a bit of a pickle.
Check out that treasure.
I do have diplomacy, though.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Give me your pitch.
mind not this fool. He has the manners of a common orphan. I am Ecthelion, son of Agnor. We come here seeking your wisdom.
Oh, time's up, Troy.
I'll glad hand again. Natty 19.
You seek knowledge from fate.
Yes. Have you knowledge of the future? You pull the strings of fate, do you not?
The future, the past, all threads are arrayed before us.
Then, truly we seek your wisdom. It is of greater value even than the immense wealth that we left for your guardian. Still there, right?
They say
on the
your lies may work on him, but they do not work on us. Your fate is laid bare to us.
No.
We seek not knowledge of our own fates, but that of another. That whom we serve.
Who do you serve? They call out in unison.
I'm sorry, what's the name of the king?
Ostog.
The Unslain.
King Ostog, the Unslain.
They dance about in the stars, and you can see them like pulling strings and analyzing them, and like the strings between stars, and they look at them and they follow them from place to place. Ostog, his soul has been taken. He will be wed on the night of the new moon. Then he will be hers forever. Never again to walk this mortal world.
Who is she that he is to wed?
She is Amyanir. She is queen of the Fae. Consort of the great Lenorm Gullinjal, until Ostog did take its head. Now she has taken his soul to Nithvale, the fabled city, the moving city, that which cannot be found.
How do we find it?
Could you say her name?
Yes,
one more
but
time?
how do we find it?
Her name is Amyanir. She is queen of the Fae, and she must always be wed.
Certainly, those who hold the threads of fate must admit that the threads of the present may be pulled to affect the threads of the future. Which threads must we pull upon in order to find this unfindable city and bring it fresh glue?
The threads can be pulled and they can be cut. Hold your impertinent tongue, or we shall sever yours.
Ooh. Consider it held.
We humbly request some knowledge that we may serve our king and our fate, and maybe find the city of Nithvale. And perhaps,
if you were to ask us what the final fate of Nithvale might be, we could tell you that in 1,000 upon 1,000 years it crumbles to ruin. But if you were to ask us where it would be appearing this next moon, we could not tell you. Such is not our sight.
Can I do a quick nature check to see when the next new moon is?
Sure. Yeah.
19.
There was just a new moon like 3 days ago. So you have like almost a month.
Okay. Guess it's near a month.
do you know of someone who might know of a way to get to the city on the new moon? Since you have knowledge of all of our fates?
She says, now you are thinking like a Norn.
Ooh.
One will be made apparent for you who will lead you to the way. But that is not us.
Sorry, if you say that they will be made apparent. You know what? Never mind. It's all right.
His hackles go up.
What is the...
I hate all of you. All right.
What is the fate of the one who is wed to Amunir.
If Ostog were to become her husband, he would become Fae. He would leave this world behind and join her. Forevermore, his fate would become that. We can see in his fate there are two paths. One in which you find him and bring him back. Another in which he is never seen or heard from again.
Is the fate of the Fae an eternal one?
Those who dwell within her court dwell there forever, yes.
So cool, we just got to find someone who wants to live forever. To take his place.
Yeah.
There is nothing more we can tell you. We have already interfered with fate enough.
We humbly thank you.
I'm still concentrating on the treasure.
As they are fading away, they point out towards Arconis, and they're like, "Careful for that one. His fate is to be cleaved in twain by a frost giant's axe in the next 7 minutes if he doesn't get out of here." And they vanish.
I didn't hear that. So
No, you didn't.
This is really working.
You're over there slowly getting a nosebleed as you're concentrating harder and harder, and the giant's like, "Yes, wealth."
Yeah.
So the Sybil circle vanishes. They just kind of like they fade into the stars, like they dance between them, and as they do, you can slowly see stars through them, and then they're just gone.
So cool.
So what do you do?
Did you just make that up? Or is that like Norse mythology or something? Like the stringing of the stars. That image was really awesome.
It's a variety of things. Yeah. It's the Norn are actually a creature in Pathfinder, and they have that whole fate reading thing. But I embellished quite a bit on what they were doing. They
awesome.
normally just read the strings of fate. I just made more out of it than
cool.
Anyway, the Norn have disappeared. And leaving the five of you down in the bowl, and Arconis up there concentrating, keeping the giant at bay. What do you guys do?
We have to go. We can't leave Arconis up there much longer.
No. I mean, no, you're right. Yes. Yes, I mean, yes. Let us go retrieve him before he suffers an aneurysm or an axe to the face.
It's going to be one or the other.
Yeah.
All right. So you're able to gather yourselves up and make your way up to the ridge. Without a problem. How do you disengage from this situation?
Well, first, I have an important question.
Yes.
What surprising secrets were you able to suss out from the Sybil circle?
Everything's going to be fine.
No. Excellent. Just got to concentrate for maybe 8-9 more minutes.
Yeah. By the way, as you guys are sitting there, the giant's starting to like shake his head and
something's off.
Yeah, he's like, "Meh."
Yeah.
Let's go.
Arconis is just sweating beads.
Yes, I'll just spend an action continuing to sustain as we walk away. And then I get to 29 feet, and I'm like, procedural issue. I'm not going to be able to walk away any further than this.
What do you guys got?
Run.
Yeah. Is that still a thing in second edition?
No, there's no running.
Oh, man.
It's 3 stride actions.
Do you have another one of those walls of fire?
Nero has something
No.
in the event that the breaking of this illusion means that the giant becomes antagonistic to us. But he will not do that until that moment happens.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you let the effect fail because you got to move, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you let the effect fail, and the giant, who's like reaching out towards the treasure, suddenly is like, "Ah!" grabs his axe.
Hold, foul giant. I have a treasure beyond the stars for you. A great man once asked me the most important thing in the world to me. And I told him it was this. He reaches into his bag of holding and
God.
pulls out something. Jason asked me what my character's most treasured item was before we started this game. He pulls out a poorly taxidermied weasel. Behold! Wendell the Weasel, also known as Wendell the Wise. He counted me in my halcyon days, which are still active, but at the beginning of them, of course. And I loved him. He was a prince among weasels, a weasel king. Though I did not think his final resting place would belong with a frost giant at the midnight court. I thought it would be in an extra-dimensional space in my bag of holding for the end of days. Please, fine, fair, and frigid frost giant, take care of Wendell. This is my gift to you.
Hawkraven just kind of leans close to Chase, and he's like, we gotta fucking run. And he casts Longstrider on himself.
My legal counsel has advised that we run.
I look at the giant, and I'm going to try to make a diplomacy check here.
Well, actually, can the weasel giver give me a diplomacy check? What do you got?
So I'm going to try
diplomacy or deception.
I'm going to use
one?
prestidigitation to make it appear as if the words are coming out of the taxidermied weasel's mouth. So I'm going to use diplomacy.
So the taxidermied
I'm going to role play the diplomacy based off the roll. All right, a 21, so pretty good. Oh. Oh, masterful giant, please show mercy upon these 5 fine members of the Thunder Company, for it is through mercy that salvation lies, and that is a trait that is common amongst all frost giants. And then
there are 6 of us, by the way.
And then 2 of us I'm a weasel. I don't know how to count. And then one of the arms of the weasel falls off.
Is this how you thought it was going to go down?
Yeah, this is exactly how I imagined it. The frost giant looks at you and goes, yeah, whatever. And just takes it and goes back up the mountain. All right. Leaving the midnight court behind and Wendell the weasel in the hands of the giant, you're able to make your way down the mountain. It's a cold, quiet journey. The words of the Sybil Circle ring true to all of you. You think back on them and you realize with dread that you now must find Nithvale, a legendary place, a place that appears only one night per month in the Grungir Forest. And it moves. No one knows where it will appear.
Ooh, it's like Brigadoon.
And as you make your way down the mountain, you get, you're just trying to get to a warmer climate or someplace where you can make camp because it's very late at night. And you're marching your way and carefully kind of making your way down this icy, slopey trail. And you round a bend, and sitting across from you on the trail atop a boulder is a particularly large crow.
It's your sister.
Hold up. I got this.
And the crow has one red feather on its temple.
It's been eating flamingos. Clearly, this is our ally.
It's an ally of the flamingos.
Hawkraven Eagle Crow will approach his namesake. Slowly. Stealthily. Natural 4. Crack. Stick cracks.
The crow looks over at you and opens up its craw and just kind of goes, "Are you always this loud?"
Always. Wait. No, that's not what I meant. Who are you?
There's no way you snuck past the giant being that loud.
How do you know of the giant?
I know much about this place.
Tell me why. Who are you? Stop stalling. I pull out my bow.
I am the Crow of the Mountain.
The Crow of the Mountain. Have you...
Did you speak with the Sibyl?
We did, yes.
Hmm.
We learned of a place called Nithvale. Never heard of it. You?
He's kind of preening himself right now. And mind you, this crow is like this big. It's a big...
It's an eagle-sized crow.
Yeah.
Or it could be hawk-sized.
Yeah. Or even the size of another bird that we could name.
I'm staying away from that one. I saw what he did to the horse.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
And he looks down at you. Don't worry, I have parents.
Wise. Very wise, Crow.
Wise enough to see through your tricks, so save them for someone else.
Well.
Allow me to make an impression upon you. The Cunninghams are known for their first impressions.
You already made quite the impression.
That's true.
It's like, save your breath. I saw what you did to the horse.
Oh, man.
I've got a long walk down the mountain.
That you do, and a longer walk still if you hope to have any chance to find Nithvale.
Do you know where it is?
No.
Do you know where it will be?
That's a better question.
No.
Do you know where we can find someone who will know where it will be?
There's only one who knows where it will be, for he is cursed to know.
Ooh, more curses. Who's that?
Stop stalling.
I'm looking at my notes, you jackass.
His name was Buttercup. The only one that knew.
That was his dark past. He was cursed.
He was
Cursed to know the
this whole
location of
time.
Nithvale.
Adventure over.
Well, and that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody. You want to find Bolero.
Bolero, yes. That's
He's
the one.
from there. Now all he does is cry. Cry and cry and cry because he can never go back. But he always knows where it is.
Is this a nice place?
Nithvale?
Nithvale, yes.
Probably not for you. The Fae hold rule there. It is their domain. It is a city that moves. It moves with the whim of its three masters. But they are not the ones you seek.
This Bolero, where is he now?
Bolero is where Bolero always is. He never moves. Not like Nithvale. Nithvale always moves. Bolero never does. Perhaps in 1,000 years, Nithvale will come to him. Maybe then he will be free.
Let's come back to that. 1,000 years. What sort of creature is this Bolero?
He is Bolero. Bolero is Bolero.
Okay, that's what we call circular logic.
If you seek the Wailing Prince, you will have to go to Torment's Thicket.
Did you say prince? So he's like a noble or something?
Not exactly.
Oh.
But he is the prince of that place.
And how may we get to Torment's Thicket?
It is the cursed place in the woods. Many know where that can be found.
Let's say
But
that...
you cannot enter it.
Oh.
Why not?
For it is a respite for the cursed.
Oh, is that right?
It is a place where they can seek shelter from the cruelties of the world. But maybe you could find it. The only way to enter, though, is to be cursed yourself. Good luck on your journey. And the raven or the crow takes wing, flying off into the midnight darkness. And that, everyone, is where we are going to call it for today.
Any more questions?
How about a big hand for Jason Bulmahn?
Amazing! Amazing!